Hi ho, neighborinos. Welcome to Megos and Josh at Ringside. He's Josh.
And he's Megos.
And today we're going to be talking about my favorite WrestleMania, WrestleMania 24. Whoa.
Woo! Sorry.
Yes, WrestleMania 24. Actually, WrestleMania 24 is probably like one of the... For a long time, I felt like it was like one of the most satisfying WrestleMania 24s. Would you agree?
Yeah. Having literally just watched it like yesterday, I have to agree. I really thoroughly enjoyed this one.
Yeah, it's weird that you had this long stretch until like WrestleMania 28, where WrestleManias were just to okay, yeah. Especially 27. 27's like just downright awful. But so yeah, let's run down some figures, Josh, some stats.
I love stats. Let's do this.
Okay, in 2007, pay-per-view buys averaged at 332,666.
Was that good or bad?
Oh no, it's decent because WrestleMania 23 had a really good buy rate of 1,188,000 buys. That
sounds pretty good.
That is it. I believe it was like the most bought WrestleMania at the time. Like nothing came close. Even like big WrestleManias with Rock and Austin.
Holy shit.
So even though Ruthless Aggression era is not really regarded as a time where WWE was doing good, the fact that they were able to pull out a figure like that is just impressive.
Mm-hmm.
What were ratings like, Josh?
From what I recall, the ratings were fine, but they never again reached the heights of the Attitude Era.
Yep. Raw had an average of 3.61, SmackDown had an average of 2.64, and ECW had an average of 1.47. So there's almost a one whole unit between each show. Notable releases in 2007 was Booker T, Bobby Lashley, RVD, and Sabu.
Oh yeah, Booker T. Booker T left for TNA.
Mm-hmm. Bobby Lashley left for MMA.
RVD's was because of the getting arrested for weed thing, right?
Yeah, he got arrested. Well, I think he either got arrested or fined for weed, and WWE's like, "You smoking the weed? Get out of here!" And same with Sabu.
Dang.
So yeah, RVD was killed off TV. Like Randy Orton gave him a really. Well, no, because Randy Orton started doing his running punt in 2007. So, like, he did it on RVD and killed him.
That's going to be very important later.
Mm-hmm. And Sabu was also released the same year. I believe so was the Sandman. So...
Damn. They have, like, wow, the ECW reboot's going great so far.
Yeah.
They just got rid of, like, 3 of the originals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the only one who stayed was fucking Tommy Dreamer. Notable deaths. Sensational Sherry passed away, and the biggest, pinkest, girthiest... elephant in the room is Chris Benoit. He died in 2007 via double homicide-suicide. And that is like one of the biggest things to affect the whole entire industry. Because
we're still feeling the effects of it to say.
Yeah, it's led to WWE getting rid of head chair shots. And a lot of, like, head moves that you see that would involve head trauma. I mean, certain people still do it. Stupidly still do it, in my opinion. Like, people who do flying headbutts should be told you're an idiot.
Yeah.
And I think I remember, like, people did not use the crossface at all at this time. Like, it was...
Triple H uses it in this pay-per-view.
I know, which was like surprising. Like, holy shit, dude! It hasn't been a year, but I guess he felt like enough time had passed.
I'm the game. I can do what I want.
But him and Shawn both used the crossface tons of times, so maybe they're like, well, we had a match with this guy at WrestleMania 20, so maybe they know him a little bit better. Who knows? Like, it's very weird. And
there was also a scandal at this time of it literally happened right after the Benoit murder suicides that several people got caught for, I think it was steroids.
Yes, there was.
Yeah.
I forgot the name of the clinic that they got the steroids from, but a lot of them got them. Like a lot of them were ordering these steroids.
Yeah, amongst them were Benoit, CM Punk, Batista, and Edge. Off the top of my head.
Oh man, CM Punk was ordering steroids.
Or actually, I'm not sure if it was Punk. Let me Google because that's out of character.
Because you know what, he's straight edge, and the only thing he's addicted to is wrestling.
Oh, a shitload of people actually. Randy Orton, Charlie Haas, Edge, Booker T, Shane Helms, John Morrison, William Regal, Mr. Kennedy, Umaga, and Chavo, amongst others.
Jesus, everyone was banging the roids back in the day. Jesus.
Yeah.
Kind of makes me wonder who, other than Jinder Mahal, is also banging roids. Because it's like, I know there's a lot more clean guys like Balor and Cesaro. Cesaro, I feel like he just doesn't use anything. He just eats this big old steak before he works out.
Exactly.
He's very clean.
Those Swedes.
Yeah, he's got vinegar for piss. That's how clean his piss is. So, big two scandals. 2007 was, I don't think it was like a big time for anything storyline wise. It was just everything outside of the industry happened that caused it to sort of restructure itself.
The biggest thing to happen storyline wise was the I'm putting in air quotes death of Vince McMahon, but that got interrupted because of Benoit.
Yeah, which piece of shit Mr. McMahon was like, they did an actual tribute to him, and then they had a card for Sensational Sherry, who legit died. It was like, you are disgusting.
Oh my god. Someday it's gonna be a hard one to do, but I want to review the Benoit Raw because that episode just fascinates me.
Yeah, it's morbidly fascinating. It would be really hard, but just all the things people have to say, especially Stephanie, who says something extremely stupid. Like how he was a family man. I'm like, you are an idiot, aren't you? Remember when they were talking about remember when Stephanie was talking about September 11th on that September 11th?
Oh yeah, and she said that her family being tried for steroids was just like 9/11.
It's like, oh my god. Go to school and learn how to talk or something, It's like,
yeah. Oh
my god. A lot of you start to realize that you can tell when people have no formal educating and any business sense, because they just make complete asses of themselves.
Pretty much.
Alrighty, so we're going to be talking about WrestleMania 24. It's 2008. I was
a full decade ago.
A full fucking decade ago. Holy shit! It's been.
That's
10
why we're
years.
doing this. I know.
This is Yeah, your boy was 11 years old, and this was my first ever WrestleMania that I didn't watch it because, I'm going to tell my parents, please buy me this $60 pay-per-view, please, on a school night. They're like, no. And they told me, no, kid, get the fuck out of my house. So I've been homeless, but,
I'm sorry.
But, this was my first WrestleMania, and wow, what was I else going to say? And yeah, it was just, I was 11 at the time, and I thought it was a really big deal. I was like, well, this is the most importantest thing ever. How old were you, Josh?
I was 16, and I did not give a shit about wrestling at all at this time period.
You were 4 years older than me? No, your age keeps fluctuating.
Wait, hang on, let me, hang on. See that? Well, yeah, actually it would, because I'm 26 right now. It would be 16, 2008.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I'm 4 years older than you, son. I got seniority over you.
Yeah. Josh would have shoved me into a locker and.
Exact. And actually, no, you probably would because I was a big theater kid at the time.
Oh. No, you still would have shoved me into a locker. I was a wimp back in the day. I was a.
Fuck yeah.
Not now though. I would deadlift you over my head and throw you into many lockers.
I've seen your gym pics. You would kick my ass. But yeah, I was 16, not into wrestling at all at the time. I just I grew out of it. I had other shit going on, yeah, so I just
had a leather jacket on. You had sunglasses. You smoked cigarettes, and wrestling, that's for nerds. And you skateboarded home.
I was so fucking cool. So I didn't know about this I mean, I know what WrestleMania was, obviously, but I didn't think about this pay-per-view's existence for like several years.
Were you pleasantly surprised when you went back and saw it?
I was super pleasant, like not just pleasantly surprised. I loved this pay-per-view. Like for the most part, it was I mean, I was completely sucked into it. I wasn't really bored or felt the time go by.
Yeah,
considering how long menus can go, that's a big compliment.
Yeah, I saw the runtime of it almost being 4 hours. I was like, holy shit! And then and then it just came around to being, oh, actually, it's pretty fucking good.
Exactly.
It flowed much better.
Yeah.
So attendance is at 74,635 with a buy rate of. Give me a guess. Ballpark it.
I don't know, a zillion.
Zillion? No, 1,058,000 buys. So it's pretty impressive. A little bit of not as much like close to WrestleMania 23, but like pretty impressive.
Mm-hmm. And we should know this is in the Citrus Bowl in Orlando, which they revisited almost a decade later in 33.
Yeah, now called the Camping World Bowl or something like that.
Apparently, they might have actually done better because they actually lost a lot of money on this pay-per-view because they had to do serious revisions to the Citrus Bowl because apparently it was like completely shitty when they first got it.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
It also looked like it had been raining too, which I remember that was I went back and was listening to this podcast I don't listen to anymore. I'm not going to shut them out, but they're saying like, oh yeah, like people were saying, oh, it might fucking rain on WrestleMania. So thankfully it did not happen, though. It did look like it did at the very start. It was also overcast.
It looks overcast at the start, but yeah, it clears up soon after. I really love the atmosphere for this one. I completely understand why they don't like doing outdoor venues much, because that's probably not fun for the wrestlers, but I really loved how it looked here with the night sky over it. It just kind of gave it this, like, I can't articulate well, but the special atmosphere to it.
I love I love outdoor shows. It just makes it feel like a sport. Especially as it turns to the night when the more serious matches occur and the more fun matches are during the day. Yeah,
and it works perfectly here.
It's like, this is how it should be. And I can't wait for AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura to open WrestleMania.
Open them? You mean on the pre-show, right?
Yeah, the first match on the pre-show.
Remember last year when the Intercontinental title defense was on the pre-show?
Yeah, well, it was a TV match, so they didn't really do much to make it a WrestleMania match, so...
That's true.
Alright, we open with the video package. Standard WrestleMania. This is my dream. I've always wanted to wrestle at WrestleMania.
Oh, you forgot to mention we get John Legend.
Oh yeah, Ordinary People. John Legend sings he sings America the Beautiful. Weird that they don't do Star Spangled Banner.
I know. But yeah, it's just like, it's a standard, God Bless America. We get like shots of military jets flying, flags, apple pie.
American flag.
I like John Legend, so it was fun. I like hearing him sing.
Hulk Hogan strumming his invisible guitar in various different places. Yes, America.
Exactly. But yes, right after that, we get the video package where, everyone talks about how, WrestleMania is the end-all be-all.
When I was a baby boy, when I was born, my first words were WrestleMania. When I was in kindergarten, I drew pictures of WrestleMania. So yes, that's if you've seen one WrestleMania opening package, you've seen them all. It's basically just
yeah, it's literally the same shit every single time.
Just
I'm sure
voices.
I'm sure the feelings are sincere, but it's just I can only hear so many fans of when I was a boy, I always wanted to be at WrestleMania.
You were at WrestleMania. You have. It's funnier when it's people who have been at WrestleMania. It's like you have been at WrestleMania.
Technically, I guess. Trying. Yeah, they have like one line that repeats about how anything can happen. Anything can like. I'm sorry, brain fart. It's about how a lot can change in a year.
Yeah, a lot does change in a year, especially the 2008, 2000 or 2007, 2008. Yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, I know. This applies to this one more than almost any of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Super huge, especially now that WrestleMania is in HD. This is the first WrestleMania in high definition.
Yep, we're at the time period where everyone was slowly switching to HD as the standard.
I know. It was also very surreal that like people realized just how big, or no, it made the wrestling ring look much more smaller and all that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like since it had like a much more wider 16:9.
That's actually. Sorry. I was saying that's actually part of the reason why WWE had to like work hard on getting the Citrus Bowl looking presentable, because the HD camera just like really showed how grimy everything looked.
Yeah, it's like I remember that being like the number one thing people made jokes about, like how everyone looks awful in HD because you could see everyone's pores and like wrinkles.
You get to see Shawn Michaels' bald spot in high definition.
You get to see Triple H's dogged, ugly fucking face. His caramel skin. Dude looks like a fucking dude looks like a Cadbury egg.
It's not wrong.
No, he looked awful at this time. Yeah, anyone who was banging the spray tan looked awful.
Honestly, he looked way better once he finally just shaved his head.
He had greasy hair. Like his hair looked like it was just greasy. Like it was just he just dunked his head into baby oil.
Exactly.
All right, our first bout is Fit Finlay versus JBL
in a Belfast brawl. Have they ever done that before?
No, this is the first and only Belfast brawl at WrestleMania.
Because it's Irish.
Because it's Irish. Don't you get
it? And like we get a recap about how like JBL and Finlay are fighting because JBL beat the shit out of Finlay's son, Hornswoggle.
And the funniest beatdown I've ever seen, because you see this grown man beating up another grown man who's dressed as a leprechaun, get the fucking shit kicked out of him inside of a steel cage.
No.
It's too silly. It's too silly to take seriously. I'm sorry.
No. And this also is literally like, at the time, it was still believed that Hornswoggle was Vince McMahon's illegitimate son. They even showed a dramatic scene where JBL's like, I got the test results. And he's actually Finlay's son. It's so soap opera.
And even Vince McMahon takes that as a fact. He doesn't ask to see any documents or anything. He's just like, all right. At the first chance he gets to get rid of his fucking illegitimate son, he takes it.
That's pretty in character, to be fair.
Yeah, and there's also one thing that they didn't show, but JBL visited Hornswoggle in the hospital, and you see Hornswoggle with full makeup on, with the shit on his face in a hospital bed with a hospital gown on, and JBL standing next to him. And he's like, I'm gonna do something, and he turns out the light, and you just hear loud banging and Hornswoggle screaming. It's so stupid. Oh, and another thing, like, Hornswoggle's got to be like what, in his 30s, and they treat him like a fucking child.
I know.
Just because he's a short person.
Exactly, it's the worst shit. Like in the match itself, JR's like, look at that poor little boy.
He's not. I mean, yeah, he's little, but he's not a boy. He's a man. He's 30.
I know. I hate that trope.
Oh god, they do this all. They do that all the time in wrestling, where they treat midgets like kids. I don't know. Yeah. It's awful. It's demeaning.
Pretty much.
So yeah, JBL comes out. He made no attempt to get into WrestleMania shape. He is fat.
No, he looked fine to me, but I'm like bad at telling that shit.
I mean, no, he's just so flabby. He's got moves.
I did notice the moves. Yeah,
very, very supple moves.
I seen a note here that like JBL's theme always sounds like something from a Disney movie to me. It sounds like a Disney movie song.
It sounds like I don't know if you've ever been to like Universal Studios or Disneyland, where they have like soundtrack playing as you're walking.
Oh, that's exactly what it is. It's like music you hear as you're waiting in line for a ride or something.
Mm-hmm. And then suddenly you hear like keep all hands and arms in the vehicle, and then you hear in Spanish, yeah.
Exactly.
And Yeah, that's JBL's theme. It's just, I bet you it's stock music that they just bought and
That makes sense.
And put a cow in. Also, you notice that he is a stockbroker because he has like all the stock shit, and you see all the like Dow Jones or whatever. I don't know what that stuff is.
Mm-hmm. He was a legit stockbroker too. He was like on like all the economy channels and shit like that at the time.
Yeah, he was a Fox. Yeah, this frequent Fox News course, like not affiliate, but someone who would show up all the time on Fox News.
Yeah,
just to be a shitty Republican.
Exactly.
That was his character. Was asshole Republican. He beat up Mexicans for fun.
Mm-hmm.
You get Finley.
Yep.
Who comes out to Hornswoggle's music, which is the most. I imagine we come so far for Irish people in wrestling. Because
like Sheamus is like progressive in comparison here.
Yeah, I mean Sheamus was also like laying it thick on being Irish. Like remember when he won King of the Ring and he wore antlers and a green cape. But now you have Finn Balor, whose whole thing is that he's a cool guy, and you have Sheamus, who still is laying thick on the Irish, but he feels more like Greenface and more like a person. And you have Becky Lynch, who plays Horizon Zero Dawn.
I guess Hornswoggle's over at the time because when he appears, he gets a pop.
Yeah, I was like, I forgot about Hornswoggle until he came out. I was like, fuck, it's this guy. The the true anonymous Raw GM comes out to Heroes Welcome.
I remember not that storyline now. So yep, they literally before the match even starts, they start brawling.
Yep, schmozzing. Yep. This is a schmoz because both men are in their 40s and old.
Yeah. I think JBL shoved Finley right into steps, and then they get into the ring, and then they start wrestling for real.
Yeah.
This is a very weapons heavy match.
Yes.
Like Finley does not waste any time. He starts like tossing garbage cans into the ring.
Mm-hmm. And as soon as Finley gets into the ring, he gets clocked by a trash can. Very loud, but probably really safe because those things look like they're made out of tinfoil.
Next, there's one spot that I see a lot in wrestling that I always thought looked cool. That he does here, where Finley takes a cookie sheet and like punches it right like into JBL.
Yeah, I like that spot.
Yeah, and it also just reminded me that JBL's got a lot of experience with cookie sheets, considering the brawl in 2000.
Yeah, he's a hardcore champion. I don't know if he ever won it, but he's a hardcore division veteran. That's for sure.
That's true.
Yeah. There's fuck's sakes, Finley, pull up your goddamn knee pads. They're not covering your knees.
I didn't notice that at all, but
I noticed it because I was like, "Why aren't your knees covered, asshole?" I'm like Charlie Day. If I see in people's knees, it weirds me out. The corner punches and kicks from JBL to Finley. I just noticed that this was when JBL's moves were wiggling like an anime girl.
that's pretty accurate.
Mm-hmm.
Should note here, this match is no DQ, just to make it more intense. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Horny comes in to distract JBL with a kendo stick, and then he's running away, JBL gets clocked by a shillelagh.
Yes. Was this also the part where JBL retaliates by throwing the garbage can at Hornswoggle?
No, that's later, but that was still fucking hilarious.
That's the most famous moment from that match. I see that gif all the time.
Yeah, it was not telegraphed at all. Like JBL just fucking chucks the damn trash can at Hornswoggle's damn head, and it made me laugh so fucking hard.
It's amazing.
There is a nice spot where. Even though it was kind of telegraphed, it was the 2001. It was the Royal Rumble 2001 ladder match spot with Benoit, where Benoit does the suicide dive and Jericho hits him on the head with the chair. They did that with the trash can lid as Finley did a suicide dive.
Oh yeah, that looked pretty cool.
Sweet. Finley got some good height on that too. Like he was like an Irish torpedo. Boyo.
Oh, at this point, Finley brings out the table.
Yeah, I don't think they brings out the table.
Yep.
And
sets up in the corner.
Sets it up in the corner. That thing sits in the corner for quite a while.
Yeah, it's like the leaving the gun on the table.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I believe at one point Finlay hits JBL with a weird clothesline thing he does where he puts both arms up and he like sort of tackles you or just like presses against you. Not really a clothesline, but more so like a like a hug.
Yeah.
And Jerry the King Lawler was like, "Oh, that's a lot like JBL's clothesline." I'm like, "No, you idiot! That is nothing alike."
Yeah.
Let's see.
I swear I heard like JBL call Finlay an orange bastard at one point.
He's not orange. What the hell? Maybe. Oh, he was wearing orange boots, so maybe.
Yeah.
A lot of "Let's Go Finlay" chants. There must have been a bunch of Irish people in the crowd, or at least in the front row, to be picked up on the ring mics.
Representation matters.
Yes. Yes. Here's your representation, Irish people. A old crusty man and his 30-year-old son who cosplays as a leprechaun.
Thank you, Vince.
Thank you, Vince. Thank you, Vince. Yeah, this is where I believe Finlay puts JBL through a corner, but gets a 2.
Yep. He kicks out.
Finlay is frustrated at this point, and he kicks a trash can into the ring, into the ref's shin. Like, goes right into his shin. I'm like, "Oh, you cunt."
Poor ref.
Finlay just says, "Oh, fuck it, I'm just going to get the steps." And as he's carrying the steps, JBL whacks him with the kendo stick, tripping face first.
Yeah, trips him.
Mm-hmm.
And then he does a clothesline from hell.
Clothesline from hell, and yep. That's
1, 2, 3. JBL wins. Yep.
I felt like this was a bit slow because both guys are old, so they probably get winded.
Yeah, but I enjoyed it. It was a good opening match. Like, it wasn't like anything fancy, but it did its job. It got the crowd pumped up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's the crowd were into it, which thank God.
Mm-hmm. It would be death if they weren't.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And I just noted how weird that this whole entire angle is. I
know, it's so stupid.
It's weirdly serious.
I know, like there's no it's attempt at wink wink at how silly it is. It's like everyone plays it completely straight.
Yeah, like Fit Finlay loves his 30-year-old son who has the mind of an 11-year-old.
That bastard JBL ruined a father and son special WrestleMania moment.
I know. Now he's gonna go home and go to on Fox News to talk about how there's too many Mexicans in the country or something.
Fucking JBL.
Fuck you, JBL.
Yeah. So with that, we get our first backstage segment with special guest host who only appears like 2 times, I think. Kim Kardashian.
West. Kim Kardashian West. Respect her agency, Josh. Yeah. That is the wife of Kanye West. All right.
She's also a weeb. So yeah, respect her.
Oh my God, that Darling in the Franks Instagram post was super weird.
I know.
All right, here we go. Darling in the Franks. No wait, I'm sorry. Money in the Bank. I miss this shit being at WrestleMania. I don't like the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. I want this back at Mania.
Yeah, I agree. Like it worked well as like a once a year event Mania.
Yeah, and ladder matches at Mania should be a staple, because everyone talks about one of the best ladder matches ever, which is Michaels and Razor.
Yeah, it's become like a dead horse topic now, but I really don't like that half of the pay-per-views are just named after a gimmick match now.
No, I know. It's actually, what's going to happen at Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, it just makes them feel less special.
I know. I miss when people would say, "I'm gonna fucking kill you at Hell in a Cell," and then the announcers would be like, "Oh fuck!"
Not just like, oh, it's September. It's gotta do a Hell in a Cell match.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's February. I guess it's time for Elimination Chamber.
I wish it sucks because No Way Out would still work great for an Elimination Chamber themed pay-per-view name.
Yeah, because there's no way out.
Exactly.
Unless you get pinned and then you leave.
Yeah. So this is our I think this is our 4th Money in the Bank match.
Yes. And the largest Money in the... No, actually, last year was pretty fucking large. It was almost like a ladder match battle royale.
Yeah. 7 dudes here in order. We got CM Punk, who's this is his first appearance on our podcast, and he's so fucking young. Oh my god, he's just a baby here.
Yeah, long hair too.
Yeah. We got Carlito. Do you remember him?
I do. He's a Nino.
Yeah,
boy.
I
love Carlito.
I just mainly remember him for some of his stuff with Ric Flair.
Yeah.
He just said he likes his apples.
Mm-hmm.
We got we forgot to mention we got Mr. Candy, who was last year's in 2007 Money in the Bank winner.
Oh, shoot. Oh, I'm sorry, I fell asleep because you mentioned fucking Mr. Kennedy.
This is have you ever played Resident Evil 4?
No.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Mr. Kennedy.
Yes, that's it. I was thinking Mr. Kennedy. Every time I hear his name, think of that. But we got Shelton Benjamin, who is very much a boy.
Boy supreme, boy general. Ain't no stopping me now.
He's got his awesome gold standard look here.
Mm-hmm.
We got John Morrison, aka Johnny Nitro, aka Johnny Mundo, aka Johnny Impact, aka wherever the fuck Johnny he is now.
His man who is stuck in TNA.
That's who he is. We got Montel. I cannot pronounce him. Vantus Porter.
Vontavious Porter. Yeah. MVP.
Vontavious Porter. MVP. Yes.
Power Ranger. Clap, 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 clap. Yeah.
And finally, we got the returning Chris Jericho in his first Mania in 3 years.
Save us Y2. Save us _Y2J.
Or 2 years. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know I gotcha.
Was this before he developed the sociopathic suit wearing persona?
Yeah. This is way before the There Will Be Blood Jericho. This is basically I'm still Y2J, but I am Hacker Man. Nice. And he was supposed to save us from Randy Orton, but he failed because JBL cost him the match.
Boo.
Yeah. Oh, another thing I gotta mention about CM Punk. CM Punk has his good theme, not his. Don't even look me in my eyeballs, Josh, when I say that.
You don't like Cult of Personality? What the fuck's wrong with you?
No, this song is much better. It's much more better.
They're both good.
Yeah. Yeah. Nerd Central over here with that song versus the Chad. How do you not like the song?
I think they're both good, man.
Oh, this is so much better than Cult of Personality. Cult of Banality.
Whoa. This is your worst take yet.
This is my heel promo.
No.
Everyone's throwing trash in the ring.
Yeah.
I know, but I do know that Punk hated his. I forgot the name of the band who plays the song.
No, I know he didn't like this theme.
So they got they were able to get Cult of Personality, which is a licensed song, as his theme. That's crazy.
Yeah, I get that. I know. I still can't get over that. I guess
Yep. So match starts off and. They all get out of the ring, and King, who's a fucking moron, idiot, bastard, says, "Oh, what are they all doing? Why are they all leaving the ring? I mean, don't they want to win the match?" I'm like, they need ladders, asshole!
Yep.
It's a ladder match!
The commentary in this match is kind of chaotic. You got JR, you got King, you got Michael Cole, and I think you got Taz.
And Styles, yeah.
Yeah, it's 5 dudes, and it's just like how it is now, 5-person commentary teams are fucking awful.
The reason why they did it for this match, though, because it's you have 3 brands being represented, so it made sense at the time. It wasn't like now where you have 8 people on commentary all trying to speak at once.
That's a good point. Yep.
Yeah, King is a fucking hit. He's so dumb! So, MVP stands guard on the ring. He's the first guy with the ladder, and he's knocking everyone out, but Jericho has a bigger, much more girthier Asiatic ladder. Mm-hmm. So he wins that. They
do louder jousting, which looks fucking cool.
Mm-hmm. Jomo stops it by chucking the smaller ladder at Y2J, showing that he's like, I'm not going to fight you, I'm just going to throw it at you.
I'm keyboard smashing at this part, because Morrison, jumps off the turnbuckle with the ladder onto Jericho and MVP. It's just,
it was awesome.
It does.
No one caught him, though, because how can you catch him, you know? So he lands on his knees, but he's fine.
Yeah, thankfully.
Ken Kennedy tries to come in, but he's stopped by Y2J. So then Ken catches himself. So like, there's a cool spot where Y2J like thinks to slingshot Kennedy into the ladder, but Kennedy catches himself and starts climbing. But then Jomo comes in to stop him.
Yeah, that was a cool bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got Morrison, Candy, and Shelton all fighting each other. They're all trying to get on top of the ladder. It's like really tense. But then another cool spot where Shelton takes down both Morrison and Candy at the same time off the ladder.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, that was.
He's a boy.
Mm-hmm. Dude was a fucking amazing athlete.
And Benji's up first, so he starts climbing the tower, and then not the tower, the ladder. And Carlito tries to top him over, but he catches himself. And pushes the ladder back into Carlito. But then fucks up jumping onto the ladder and crashes. Looks pretty nasty.
It totally does.
I know on commentary that whenever Joey Styles speaks, it is 100% him reading something. He does not care. I think he knows what's going to happen later in the night, so he's putting zero effort.
Mm-hmm.
It's a shame because Joey Styles is a legit entertaining and awesome commentator.
Yeah, his passion is just sucked out.
Yeah, I don't blame him because ECW was trash.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I should note here that even though I knew in advance who wins this match, it was like I completely believed it every time a dude had like his fingers over the case. I was like, "Oh God, is he gonna get?" That's how invested I was in this match.
Yeah, everyone in this match felt like they were going to win. They didn't feel like, "Okay, what are you doing here?" It was like everyone had a strong showing.
Yeah. Oh, should known here, Shelton and Punk find each other on the ladder, and Punk does the go to sleep onto Shelton, take him out.
Yes.
And
then Punk eats a Green Bay plunge or a rolling senton. I don't know what's it called.
I don't know.
It's called the Green Bay plunge, but I don't know what the actual move is called. But he hits that onto the ladder, and then Punk sells for a while.
Yeah.
Nasty looking spot where MVP tries to Yakuza kick Carlito, but then he gets blocked by a ladder, like a ladder right to his knee.
Mm-hmm. And Carlito also spits in his face with his apple, which is great.
Loud ass engine noise. It sounds like a plane or a blimp or something is just flying.
Oh, I know that bugged me. I assumed it was like the military jets we saw earlier or something.
Yeah, I was looking out my window to see what was going on outside. Like, no, that's coming from that's coming from the show.
Exactly. At one point, Candy, Carlito, and Shelton are all flying over the ladder, and Candy and Carlito team up to take him out, and Shelton takes just this nasty-looking bump.
Yeah, he dies.
He flips over the ladder and just lands really hard on it, off the ring. Well, I mean, it's like Shelton, he flips over to ring ropes and just lands right on his head on the ladder. Mm-hmm. And it's great. It's like Carlito and Candy look horrified by it.
Yeah, Kennedy's smiling, but Carlito's like, "Oh shit, Merde."
Yes. Then they both climb up. Jericho joins them. They all do a little bit of fighting, and then MVP just fully knocks the ladder over.
Yeah, really cool spot.
Yep. Then Morrison hits MVP with the ladder, and it's just total chaos here.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. I'm trying to find my notes.
Morrison almost gets the case. He just has his fingers wrapped around it, but Jericho manages to drag him down.
Yeah.
And then we get another really cool spot where Jericho puts Morrison in the walls right on the ladder, replicating the same thing he did to Crispin Watts in their Rumble 2001 match.
Yeah, a lot of Rumble 2001 callbacks.
Yeah.
With Benoit.
Steal from the best.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, convoluted. Yeah, I like this spot. I think it looks awesome. Too bad King calls it a lion tamer because he's a moron.
Fuck you, King.
Oh, is this the lion tamer? Oh my god!
I love your King voice.
Go to jail, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, show of agility. Yeah, a lot of agile guys in this match. Everyone in this match is very agile. They can
it's almost entirely high flyers, which is what you need for a ladder match.
Yeah, you see Punk and Carlito hop onto the ladders, and
it's like you get this brief smudge on the ladders as everyone is kind of being on each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Carlito hits a gnarly backstabber on Y2J.
That was cringeworthy. Well done.
Yeah, that's like if I die, you die too kind of move.
Yeah, and then Punk and Candy get taken out, and pretty much everyone's dead at this point, with except for MVP, who just pops up, and it looks like he's gonna do it.
Yeah, crowd boos the hell out of him too, because they realize, oh no, this heel's gonna win.
Yep, but then guess who comes out but Matt frickin' Hardy.
Fix Max Hardy. Fix Matt Hardy stops MVP from winning the currency and the vault.
Yep, he does. He does a twist of fate right on top of the ladder, taking MVP down for good.
Yes.
They had apparently an intense feud at this time.
Yeah, MVP betrayed, or first off, they were reluctant tag team partners, and then MVP felt like Matt Hardy was coming for his title, so he killed Matt Hardy and destroyed his knee, and then Matt Hardy was out for even longer for his appendix ruptured. Yeah, JR mentioned that MVP sold 5 months of Matt Hardy's career or something like that. It's more like 2, and then Matt Hardy had appendicitis.
Yeah. But, yep, then Hardy disappears through the crowd, and MVP's out for the rest of the match.
Mm-hmm. Jumbo climbs up the propped-up ladder. It's unfolded, but it's flat.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it's propped up still, and he starts climbing it, but then they knock him off the top ropes into, god damn it, another cock and ball torture at WrestleMania. Lands right on top of the top rope.
Way to make your fetishes obvious, Vince.
Yeah. you gotta get the cock and ball torture.
The part when the ladder was super unsteady and Morrison was trying to climb up gave me so much anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've had to do that with ladders in the past, since it's the absolute worst.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Josh, top 5 cock and ball torture in WWE. Number 1, Shane and Kane. Kane gets his nuts electrocuted.
That's the one I was gonna name. Just do that. Can you just list that 5 times?
Yeah, that's 5 times.
Yes. At this point, the ladders are striking back and just hitting everyone.
Yes. Yeah. The ladders are saying, "Okay, we're done."
Yes. Also, I forgot that at one point they call Morrison the Shaman of Sexy, and I forgot that was his nickname.
The Shaman of Sexy, the Guru of Greatness, the Palace of Wisdom. He had tons of nicknames, all about being spiritual and mystical, because his whole thing was Jim Morrison and the psychedelic age.
Yeah. After a while, Jericho manages to cover, and it looks like he's got it, but then Carlito spits in Jericho's face.
Yeah, he's like, "Ah, my fucking eyes!"
Yes. Then Candy gets up, pushes Carlito off the ladder, and then Punk comes up and knocks Candy out. Mm-hmm. But just as it seems like Punk might get the advantage, Jericho does a code breaker.
Yes, nice looking code breaker.
Yes. And then it seems like Jericho's for real really got this time, but oh shit, Punk starts shaking the ladder.
And Punk is climbing no matter what, even though Jericho's kicking him in the head.
Yeah. As I forgot who on commentary said this, but to quote them, Punk's like a pit bull with a bone here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like the pit bull Gary Wolf with a bone.
So at this point, Punk and Jericho manage to both get on top of the ladder. They're fighting. They're both just within inches of the briefcase. And then Jericho tries using the briefcase to knock Punk off, but Punk survives, knocks Jericho over, and he gets it.
Yep, Punk wins!
Punk wins! Woo!
I remember everyone who was smart, everyone who followed CM Punk since the
Ring of
Honor days, everyone freaked the fuck out that he won.
Mm-hmm.
And CM Punk wins.
Yeah, I guess this is one of the first instances of a beloved smart favorite managing to get a big moment.
Yeah, CM Punk, he's been through the darkest days.
Mm-hmm. He sacrificed himself to kick down the walls for all the other indie darlings to succeed in WWE.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, if you think about it, at the time, everyone who's on top now were huge indie guys like Nevitt, Black, Moxley.
Mm-hmm.
Showing off my smartness by naming their indie names, but you get what I mean.
Nerd. Yeah, I get what you mean.
Steen and Generico.
Yes.
Did you see when they were where they were kayfabe fired. Kevin Owens changed his Twitter name to
Kevin Steen. Yeah, you mentioned that on Twitter, and that was pretty great.
But what also was really great is that Sami Zayn resurrected the El Generico Twitter
yes.
account.
Like, he's like, hey guys, what's going on?
Someone had this meme of like Generico's face on the I Live Bitch meme thing, like, and it was sent to Kevin Owens. It's like, I live, bitch. So yeah, awesome Spot Fest match. This was a good showing of everyone's ability and agility.
Yes, I just love this match. Everyone got a moment to shine here, and just like it was tense as fuck throughout. Again, like I said earlier, it felt like anyone could have credibly win this one. No one felt like they were just there to be like a warm body or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah. So it was it's what like a match like this should be.
Yeah.
So now after that, we get a short backstage segment where we get shots of Cena, Triple H, and Orton all backstage, just kind of thinking about life.
Orton's look at the belt. He looked like he was like, I could feel the sexual energy of this belt surging through me. And then you see a grotesque close-up of Triple H's face.
Yes. He's grimacing.
Yeah, you could see the gashes in his forehead from recent bleeding.
No.
I'm so glad that also was fade out blading.
Yeah. It's fucking funny. As soon as Cena pops up, he gets booed like crazy. Like,
oh yeah, people loved that Cena was back, but then people realized, oh shit, he's back.
Yeah, this is like the height of Super Cena, right? Or at least the start of it.
Yeah, 2007 was everyone's like, fuck this, time. I remember.
Oh.
I mean, if you ever watched 2007 pay-per-views, holy shit, every pay-per-view ended with Cena winning. No matter what, it was like, oh my god, how could people stomach this? It was fascinating.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
We get a big video pack. I think this was the first time they did the whole Hall of Fame ceremony at WrestleMania.
No.
Well, not the first, not like televised. I mean.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, or at least I don't know. I might be wrong here, but it seems like it. But we get a big video package of it. Like showing several of the inductees. The fucking Rock gets more attention than any of them.
Because it's The Rock.
That's true.
He has hair.
Yes, this is Rock transitioning from. This is like a couple years before he shaved his head and started looking like Stone Cold.
Yeah, he became. Yeah, he does look like. I remember I saw like a simplistic rendition of the current Rock. I'm like, how come he looks like a caramel Stone Cold Steve Austin?
And yeah, so Rock inducts his dad. Mae Young gets in, and amongst others. And of course, we get the biggest one. We get the Nature Boy Ric Flair.
Woo!
Woo! And I was like, oh, I literally have my hands. Oh god, I'm gonna cry here because like they started playing "Leave the Memories Alone" here. I think. Mm-hmm. And like, there's just something about that song that's really good at triggering the part of my brain that makes me want to cry.
Yeah, it's very sad.
I know.
It's like Ric Flair is like he's the biggest wrestler ever. He's the biggest draw ever because of that Korean show he did that pulled in legit 100,000 people. Mm-hmm. And then he's like 16-time world champion, but that's 16 under WWE. That WWE recognizes he has way more.
Wow.
And it's like this guy is wrestling,
Yeah, he's
got everything. Promo skills, he's got ring ability, he's got everything. He is like the greatest wrestler.
He's the GOAT.
Yeah.
So then we get a short segment, kind of like where all the Hall of Fame winners and inductees come on out just to wave hi, and it's notable mainly because Ric Flair's family comes out to represent him, and we got Baby Charlotte.
Did we get David Flair?
Yes, we got David, we got Reed, we got the whole family here. That song cracks me up so much because it's just a shot of David like turning slowly, and then a shot of like Ric Flair with a disappointed dad look on his face, and that's it.
Yeah, that's what makes it so funny because he's like so bothered.
I know, he's like,
it's like, oh, this is my son. And like the theme itself is also really, really funny. It just
It's so half-assed. It's like it's literally just a jobber's theme.
Okay, so let's get into the next match: SmackDown versus Raw.
Yes, this is brand supremacy, a phrase that makes my skin crawl every time I hear it.
What?
Brand supremacy.
Oh yeah.
I just have a knee-jerk hate for that term.
Anytime I hear supremacy, I'm like, whoa, hey, whoa now.
Yes. Oh god, we've actually that's not relevant. Yes, it's Batista versus Umaga.
Mm-hmm.
Batista representing SmackDown and Umaga representing Raw. Yep. This match is very much kind of it's very much a cool down match. It's short. It's not very memorable. It's just kind of the crowd's dead for it. It's just kind of there because you got two really intense matches in between it.
Yeah, Teddy, tag team match, Play It Long and Boy Supreme William Regal are there to announce their boys.
Yep, Regal's GM of Raw at the time, and Teddy wasn't the GM of SmackDown. That was Vicky Guerrero, who we'll be seeing much later, but he was the assistant to her. Yeah,
but since Vicky Guerrero has kayfabe heat with Batista, she's not going to announce him.
Yeah. And then we get our intros. Batista comes out to I fucking love his theme. I don't care what rock it is.
I'm sick of all these people talking at my ear. I never understood a damn that they said.
It always sounds like a Sonic song to me. Like it would be like a theme for Shadow or something.
Yeah, it is. It's even got Shadow's colors too, black and red.
Okay, seriously.
Damn.
But Batista does his machine gun pyro thing that I always think looks cool as fuck, but only looks cool as fuck because of the pyro.
Okay, I'm gonna out myself. Whenever I used I had for my Wii, I had a Bleach game, and it was a Bleach fighting game that you had to shake your.
I think Wii I remember that actually.
And I played as one guy who was the ice guy. I forget his name.
I don't remember anyone from Bleach, so you're cool.
So I did his super. I would always do Batista's like machine gun thing as his super was going because it was like a rapid fire.
Dork.
It was a rapid fire kind of thing. So yeah, I know.
I would do the same thing, so it's okay.
Oh man, yeah, but his entrance was fun to do. It was like go 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 go. Poor Batista. Last year he was in the World Championship match with Undertaker. Now he's in this whatever match with Umaga, who's kind of lost his monster credibility because he jobbed to Cena early in 2007.
Yeah.
And he jobbed to Triple H. So it's like this guy has just basically been passed down to Batista to feud with.
He's Rusev now. Umaga.
Basically, because even Jeff Hardy beat him.
Yes. Poor dude.
God.
Yeah. And then Umaga himself comes out to his theme.
Racist theme.
Racist theme, yes. Lawler is just fucking awful in this because he's like keeps on laying these like endless dad jokes. Like at the start here, he's like, well, he said Umaga and he said Umaga or something like that.
Oh yeah, representing the Raw brand, Umanga. Where does the N come from when he says manga? I
know Regal claims years later on Twitter that he always deliberately mispronounced it so people would remember his name.
That's actually, that's like chaotic neutral. It's like chaotic good or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big boy. It's big boy fight. The Philippines versus Samoa.
Yep. Get the match started, and it's kind of. I should know here, even here, Umaga is just so fucking fast.
I know, dude. This guy's awesome. Yeah, like he does an impressive spinning heel kick. It looks great. I can't do that.
Yes, I know.
And dude, he's so flexible. He got his leg up so high when he did his kick.
Yes,
it's like he's so deceptively fast and flexible. It's like it's crazy that they let him go in 2009.
Yeah, he died in 2009.
No. They released him.
He died.
That year. He didn't die.
Shit.
He didn't die while he was in the company.
Oh, I thought he died while he was in the company. That sucks though.
Yeah, he was released and he overdosed like later that year. Yeah. But
Sad.
this guy was amazing. I don't know why they soured on him, and they should have pushed him. Not like world champion, but like some guy who kills anyone he faces. You know?
Exactly. He beat Strowman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like he had like the ring credibility. He wasn't like an immobile giant like Craig Khali or anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude could fucking go. He does this. I think the way you just mentioned this brutal looking kick to the jaw of Batista, and Lawler has another god awful dad joke where he says, Batista has a Krispy Kreme look in his eyes because it's glazed over.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
King of the dad jokes.
How can anyone be like, shut the fuck up whenever he speaks? It's like it must take an immense amount of like not wanting to strangle him, of like discipline.
That's the final course you take when you train to be a WWE announcer.
Yeah. Some guy it's like a mannequin that it just says Larry the King Lawler jokes.
Yes.
And if you strangle him, you get an F.
Exactly. Umaga is definitely like over here because like while the crowd's mostly dead, there's like some dudes in the crowd that pop up and start shouting Umaga.
Yeah, he's getting the cheers while Batista's getting booed. But that's because I think Batista had a 50-50. He was very polarizing.
Yeah, wasn't this like the time where like everyone just kind of started turning on him?
Yeah, everyone just realized he's very limited. He didn't do a lot in the ring. His matches were all kind of samey.
Yeah.
He was kind of like, he was very, like, not stiff in the sense that he was, like, hard, but stiff in the terms, like, he's not flexible and he doesn't do a lot of things in the ring because he's trying to keep himself from getting injured, but he doesn't, like, take any risks. He's too safe.
Yeah. He's also, I think this is when he starts, like, showing his age a bit because he's like 40 at this point, right?
Yeah, he's way older than Triple H.
I know. Yeah, dude started late. He started when he was 35, so he also has that against him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And, Batista dodges a diving headbutt, and Umaga tries to splash for the pin.
Yeah, kicks out.
Did you see...
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Did you see the Magna Claw on Batista's shoulder?
Oh no. Oh my gosh.
Not only did Umaga get a firm grip on Batista's shoulder, he went full Magna and gripped his wrist.
Oh my god, that's brutal.
I don't know how Batista got out of that.
Yeah. I know, like
kayfabe wise and shoot wise, he probably can't lift his arm the same again.
Yeah. Yeah, the later part of this match is Umaga getting to Batista and like just constantly these brutal looking submission holds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Samoa Spike is countered with a spine buster and then a sloppy Batista bomb for the 3.
Oh yeah, it looks like he dropped Umaga.
It looked like Umaga came up too fast and he lost his footing, and then he just put Umaga down.
Yeah.
Like, I don't doubt Batista's strength, but like...
Yeah, it looked awkward.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, so Batista gets a 1, 2, 3, and he wins. And SmackDown wins.
And then he starts... And like, the Batista literally starts jogging away.
I know, he just starts... He doesn't... I guess he doesn't want to face Umaga when he wakes up.
Yeah, well, no, he jogs away because he's running away from this match.
I actually remember there's like interview with Batista on Jericho's podcast where he says 2008 is the period when he was kind of like starting to like think of leaving the industry because he was like his heart wasn't in it anymore and he really hated the move to PG.
Yeah, oh yeah, he was a big opponent of PG. He's like, I want it to be Attitude Era again. I'm like, are you sure?
Yeah. I'm sure you've probably heard the story of, like, the match he and Jericho had where, like, they bladed against Vince's orders and Vince just lost his shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that because that was awesome. Like, Batista just won the thing, and, like, 2 weeks later, Jericho just beat the piss out of him in a steel cage and won.
Vince, like, made everyone, including the ref and like the guys backstage, allowed to pay a fine. And to Batista's credit, he like paid for everyone's fines on their behalf.
Wow, what a good guy! Yeah.
So yep, that was a match. It was short, so it's not like it was offensive or anything, but it's very much felt like a filler match.
Yeah, very, very at best a B pay-per-view side type of match. Not, I wouldn't say it's a TV match, but more of a pay-per-view match.
Yeah, it served a necessary evil. It was a cool down match.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got it's your favorite athlete, Floyd Mayweather.
Fuck this guy.
the wife beater.
The wife beater. This guy he's also a humongous homophobe, and he still is.
Yeah.
He's not like someone's like, oh no, I don't say that anymore. And like no, during his build to, like during the build to Conor versus McGregor versus Mayweather, like Mayweather was like, you a bitch, you a F slur.
Yes.
Loud too, like it's like wow.
Yes.
Incredible. You're an awful, awful person.
Pretty much.
Who goes to strip clubs, and you have kids and a wife, and you still go to strip clubs? What's wrong with you?
How fucking are you?
What's wrong with you? What's the matter with you?
Yeah, he's just saying that with his entourage. It actually just made me think of like the YouTube videos Enzo would have, where he'd hang out with his entourage, just like that exact same.
Very similar people.
Yes.
Big Show's shoe size when they showed the graphic, his shoe size is 18. It just reminds me of Fresh Prince.
Oh my god! Yes. I admit the tail of the tape thing was pretty cool though.
Yeah.
Yep.
It makes it feel like a match.
Yeah.
A sport, even though it's very not much.
As a sound concerts, the stats were very loop-sided.
Yeah. Well, Big Show, Josh, do we have to go over this again?
I guess we have to. He's 7 foot tall, 500 pounds.
7 feet tall. I don't know how Mayweather's gonna win this match.
I know. Has he seen that punch Big Show does? No one's ever escaped from that.
The one that he puts barely any weight or effort into that somehow knocks people out like they're fish. Oh, God. ECW championship match.
I literally, this match was so nothing. I literally didn't even. I usually put like in bold, like, noting when new match is coming up, but I didn't bother with this one.
Oh. I'll run it down real quick.
No, I watched it, but I just meant that I didn't bother noting, because it's not. I wouldn't call it a match.
Yeah, true.
It's ECW. It's they flash back to Dark Match on the pre-show, which was a massive battle royale to see who would face off against ECW champion Chavo Guerrero. Kane won, beating up Mark Henry, even though I refuse to believe in like real life Kane would let Mark Henry be able to lift him like that.
Yeah, Kane got a whiff of Mark Henry not voting for Libertarian, so he chucked him out of there.
I have a note here that Taz is like wearing grandmother sunglasses.
Yeah, he does look like he looks like what's that one old cartoon bitch who is like everyone gets because she's full of attitude.
Sugar Mama?
No, you know what I'm talking about? She wears sunglasses. She's old. She's got gray hair.
I'm talking about on like the cards and stuff. I forgot her name, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah, he totally does.
It's just like back in the day we had Bob Hope, John Cash, and Steve Jobs. But now we have no Jobs, no Cash, and no Hopes.
Yep. I'm trying to hit the escape button on this keyboard, but it's not taking stuff like that. Yeah.
What? Oh, yeah.
That's literally one I just remember where she was like hitting the escape button on a keyboard, and she's like, I'm trying to hit the escape button, but I can't go away because ha 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 ha. Old people.
Dentist says I need a crown, and I agreed.
Yes.
That kind of shit.
Yes. Chavo comes out first. He's all super cocky here.
I have written down like I would give out about Champion coming out first, but you know what? This shit, he was in the fucking Royal Rumble match, so this title means nothing.
Yeah,
it's absolutely nothing. I was like, I'm so defeated at this point. I'm like Cartman after when the Dog Whisperer like taps him on the neck a couple times, and he's laid down. He's like I don't know how to describe it, but he's like laid down. His arms are up. He's like, I can't fight back anymore.
Pretty much.
I like that episode. Anyway,
and then Chavo Slow Chemical plays, so there's something good about this.
At least we got that.
And Chavo's doing his. We get the red moonlighting, and then Kane like sneaks in through the back of the ring while Chavo's being all, "Come on, man, come on, bro, come on." And it's literally like a cartoon. He's all calling out Kane and just not turning around at all as Kane approaches him.
It's like, I'm here. Whoa, what
Then as soon as he turns around, Chavo just looks like he shits himself, and Kane does a choke slam, and he wins. 1, 2, 3.
It's that jobber who's been a jobber for 6 years now. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna go run over to him. I got choke slam. Boink. 1, 2, 3. Fuck.
They're really honoring Eddie's legacy here.
Yeah, holy shit. This is Eddie's nephew, guys.
Kane wins. He does his fire thing. This match was 19 fucking seconds long.
19? Felt way shorter than that.
That's what it says on Wikipedia. 19 seconds.
Okay. Well, that's a small. It was shorter than a libertarian's chances at winning a presidential election.
But tish. Yeah. That we get a weird ass commercial with Carlito where like he's on a date with someone and then a fucking bird starts mauling him.
Yeah. Maria, we're in Orlando. Even though this is clearly a set, we're in Orlando. Oh no, a bird. Let me fight this bird. Okay, it's over. That's it.
Then afterwards, it's So Raven.
Oh yeah, she was there.
Yeah, Raven was here. That gave me some nostalgia.
Yeah, and when she's not making an ass of herself on Twitter, it's Raven.
Yes, this was back before she got weird. Yes.
Yeah.
We get she talks about the Make-A-Wish kids. They're all there, so that's nice.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, for real. And then King, of course, has to mention that he's a huge Raven fan.
I love that So Raven. I watch it all the time. Why don't you believe me? So Emotion Central. It's HBK versus Ric Flair
in a career-threatening match. We get an awesome video package for this one. Mm-hmm. Like again, it made me start like welling up. Like we kind of get a recap of Flair's entire career, showing just all the iconic moments in the 35 years he's been wrestling. Leave the Memories Alone is playing, and so I'm crying here.
Aw.
No. And then afterwards we get suddenly the record scratch and we hear Vince's theme playing.
True.
Why did Vince want Flair to retire in kayfabe? Did he just decide one day that I don't want your gross old ass here anymore?
Get out of here, you old bitch.
That's literally what it is. He tells Flair that the last match he can keep wrestling until he loses a match and then he has to retire. That's a stipulation. Yeah. So Flair for the last several months has kind of just gone through this gallons of pretty much everyone on the roster, just always narrowly managing to avoid them, losing.
Yeah, he faced, I believe, Triple H, Orton, Edge. He faced
Umaga
at the Royal
CM
Rumble.
Punk, Mr. Kennedy, MVP, just pretty much everyone.
Yeah, everyone just got a shot at him.
Yeah,
except for
they all want. Yes, they all want to be the one to retire the Nature Boy.
Mm-hmm. Which I say that because that led to a program, cross-brand program between.
Batista and Michaels.
Shawn Michael,
yeah, and that kind of served as the prologue for his very famous feud with Chris Jericho.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
With that, we also got a recap of Shawn Michaels and Ric Flair having a promo.
Oh, I know that was a great promo. The entire storyline's great because Flair kind of realizes he can't keep going with this, and as he tells Shawn, if he wants Shawn to wrestle him at WrestleMania, because if he can't compete with the best, then there's no reason for him to continue at this point.
Mm-hmm. And Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, Shawn, and Shawn, gets, he's like, I'm gonna give you the icon, I'm gonna give you the showstopper, I'm gonna give you the main event, and just then he starts talking about how he does he talks about Old Yeller.
Yeah,
and that's a great scene where he just compares Flair to Yeller. He's gonna take him back at Woodshed, put him out, and Flair loses his shit at it.
Yeah. Are you kidding me? Old Yeller! Are you kidding me? Woo! Woo! You're like, I'm Old Yeller! I ain't Old Yeller! Eyes bulging out of his head, veins popping. I love when Flair does this.
I know. He does it better than anyone.
I bet you his personal doctor sees him do this and fuck. I told him his heart can't take this, but he just does it anyway.
Yep. He keeps slapping Sean throughout this, and Sean just kind of stoically takes it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Very nice. Very nice.
Very well done. Then after that, we get
Mike Adamle! I marked out for Mike Adamle. Holy shit.
Yep, we get a short backstage promo with him interviewing Flair.
Jeff Hardy.
Poor dude. Never gonna live that down.
Yeah, Flair has this awesome looking robe.
Oh, I know, just beautiful robe. And it's a short but sweet, interview where he just asks Flair what his game plan is, and Flair's just like, my game plan? To be the man. Mm-hmm. Woo.
Woo! Woo! Believe what you want to believe! Read what you want to read! But go to bed!
Now!
I love that. We in the Discord server I'm in, we always play that when it's late at night in our voice call.
That's perfect.
Go to bed.
There's like so many remixes of that too.
Yeah, all the video game themes and
it works too well.
I'm gonna put that as the
put that as a tag. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So match starts. HBK comes out first. I think I'm cute. I know I'm sexy. I got the looks that drives.
Wow. Hands off the merchandise. He's in chaps, by the way.
Yep.
This is Josh. Tights or chaps?
Gosh, that's hard. I'm gonna go with tights.
Oh, you bastard! I love Shawn Michaels in chaps. I hate how he looks in. I don't know. I don't like him how he looks in. When he came back, I didn't like how he looked in tights. I feel like chaps suits him more.
Yeah, I like the kind of like the poofy looking pants. Yeah, it makes like his super kicks look cooler.
Mm-hmm. Maybe I'm just so used to him wearing the chaps that I grew accustomed to it. So
they're both good. They're both valid. He's also wearing his cowboy hat at this point.
Yes, cowboy hat. And
gotta cover the bald spot.
Crosses all over him.
Yes, he's a good Christian boy.
Loves the Jesus.
Yes.
And Flair comes out. Woo!
And yes, it's emotional as fuck. He comes out with that, and just beautiful looking blue robe. Looks like it just costs like so much money to make.
Yeah, and the fireworks, and the gold, and how the stage turns gold, and all that. This is one of my favorite WrestleMania entrances.
I know, it's absolutely perfect. It's just like Flair goes out in style here.
Mm-hmm. Style, profile, limousine riding, jet flying, kiss stealing, son of a gun. Woo!
Damn straight.
Mm-hmm.
So he, and yeah, you got like so many woo signs at this point. Like the entire audience is just like endless woo signs.
Mm-hmm.
They're inches.
I know. Quit shouting out that god awful image board.
I'm sorry. So gets into the ring, shows off his matching blue trunks, and match starts.
Get started.
Yep.
Nice show of chain wrestling, with the reversal hammer locks, and then an excellent drop toe hold from Flair.
Yes.
And then Flair hits a hip toss and Styles and profiles, brother.
Mm-hmm. Like throughout this match, it's like Flair just like brings back all of his old moves.
Mm-hmm. Josh, did you notice who was refereeing this match?
Oh, Little Nate.
Yep, Little Nate Charles Robinson.
It's absolutely perfect. Yes.
And that even made me like go, like when I realized that it was him calling this match. Like, this is everything Flair. You know?
Mm-hmm. I know they did it perfectly.
Nice to have. Yeah, HBK slaps Flair hard enough for him to bleed, and then Flair says, "First blood, brother."
Yes.
This is like probably the best emotional WWE match ever. You know.
Oh, I know. Just both dudes give it their all, and just like it's just this really like it's a great story because it's just you got Flair who just actually reminds me of that one episode of Samurai Jack with like the lava rock monster that's actually like a warrior trapped in it, and he can't go to like he wants to die, but he can't go to Valhalla unless he has like a great death.
Yeah,
that's pretty much what it is. Like Flair, he deep down he wants this end. He wants to, he wants to retire, but he doesn't want to like half-ass it. He wants to go out on a great match. So he has to force Shawn to do it. I love that trope, and if it's perfect here, like someone
it just makes this person look like an ultimate badass who realizes his time is up. Who doesn't want to go out like a bitch.
Precisely. So, Flair and Shawn do the chop-offs. They're both of them do brutal-looking chops, as always.
Loud woos for the chop, and the chops are loud, too, so it's very loud. Flair, HBK stops Flair's pace with an elbow and then goes up on the top rope. But Flair switched the roles of tossing HBK off the top rope. It's awesome. Awesome callback. And then Flair hits a crossbody, a move that he's never been able to hit again until now.
And he pulls off. He pulls off perfectly.
Oh, I would like that made me tear up a little bit because like all his matches always like include him never being able to hit that crossbody no matter how many times he goes up to the top rope. Like he always gets tossed off. Like that's one of his weird spots.
Yeah.
But since he was able to hit it at WrestleMania in his final match, dude. Yo.
That was just,
man.
That couldn't have happened at a bit more perfect time. Yeah. I don't know if that was like deliberate or if it just happened, but either way. Thumbs up.
Yeah. Let's see. What else happened?
Shawn I think he kicked Flair against the announce table.
Yeah.
HBK
denies the figure four and hits a baseball slice. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he he breaks I think the Spanish announce table with the moonsault.
Yeah, he hits he hits the edge of the table, like the walls of the table. He hits the edge of it with his tummy. Oh man.
Then both dudes are just down, and it's only been like a few minutes in the match, and they already look like hell.
Flair whips HBK into the corner, and he sells it. Like when he hits the turnbuckles, he like collapses. Yes. Back suplex gets a 2.
Yep. Kicks out.
Nice double underhook suplex. I think that's called a tiger suplex because of the underhook. Yeah. And then a nice delayed vertical suplex.
That looked great too.
Yeah. Cool to see Flair be able to hit all these moves, you know?
Yeah. I know. It shows like Flair, Flair's going to be at his best here. He's not going to go down. And there's actually, as much as we bash King in this one, he has a nice relevant comment here where he talks about how Old Yeller, the dog, isn't put down because he's old, but because he's rabid. And that's what Flair is right now. He is a rabid animal.
Yeah, people tend to forget that fact. Even even in real life, when people use the Old Yeller metaphor, it's like they put him down not because he was old, but because he was rabid.
Yeah, they sneak it because he has his name's old.
Yeah. Imagine being a puppy and your name is Old Yeller. Like, oh, thanks, I guess.
That would suck.
Yeah. Flair takes a nasty spell to the outside. Jeez. But then a beautiful crisp moonsault from Shawn that connects.
Yep. He fucked up the moonsault the first time, but succeeded this time.
Back and forth chops. HBK hits the forearm and does his delayed kip up spot.
Yes. And then there's this.
I wonder what it's like to do a kip up like that.
Not fun.
You must feel like such a cool guy if you were able to do it. I would. It's like, oh man.
And then there's this absolutely magical moment right here where Shawn starts tuning up the band. He starts preparing for his finisher, the Sweet Chin music. He's kind of like he looks like it's killing him doing it. Like he looks like he's about to cry as he's trying to get ready for it. But just right as he's about to kick Flair, he hesitates, and that's all Flair needs to take him down and put him in the figure 4 leg lock.
Yes, great spot. Can't pull the trigger, so Flair is like, "Fuck that! No, don't pity me," and then puts him into the figure 4.
And HBK manages to turn the tables, reverse the leg lock, and break out of it though. So yep, they have another big chop off.
Yeah, chop block to HBK.
Yes.
Flair does an Aloha Arn, but doesn't do it as Aloha he as Arn Anderson.
Yes.
Putting over Arn as his brother.
Yep. He does the chop block onto HBK. Remind us again, he's the dirtiest player in the game.
The dirtiest damn player in the game.
Yes. And then he puts Shawn the figure 4 again.
Yep. HBK, and after he gets the break, HBK hits an out of desperation Sweet Chin music, and then he yells at Flair to get up. He's like, "Get up, get up!" And he rocks on over to him and says, "Get up, get up!" and walks right back to the corner.
Oh, I know, it's so great. Just, and then we get Flair gets dirty again as just as like he's like Sean's trying to corner him. Flair low blows him.
Yeah, with a sneaky low blow kick.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah.
and as HBK inverts the figure 4 leg lock, Flair pulls off the turnbuckle pad, and so the ref goes to put it back on. And as he's doing that, he pokes HBK in the eye.
Mm-hmm. That was great.
Mm-hmm.
We get
gets a 2.
Yep. We get one last chop off.
Uh-huh.
And then another super kick out of nowhere.
Yep.
And then this sorry, we're getting to the famous moment.
Mm-hmm. HBK mounts, "I'm sorry, I love you," and hits one last sweet chin music for the dramatic 3 and holds Flair's head and slowly leaves.
I know, it's great. He doesn't even bother doing like the tune-up ceremony here. He just kicks him.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's so great and like just well done because like he looks like he like kisses Flair's forehead after he pins him.
Yeah,
something like that. Like I'm just so sorry. And then he just leaves and he just looks devastated. Like he's not happy. He just kind of just lowers his head and just mournfully walks out. It reminds me of that.
He did what he had to do.
It reminds me of that shot of Roman Reigns after he backstage after he Eric Woats retired the Undertaker and he kind of just has his head in his hands.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just that same feeling of it's not a fun position to be in.
Yeah, he's like, "I'm gonna be booed so hard tomorrow."
After Shawn leaves, Flair, we get a nice big goodbye moment for Flair as he kind of just everyone thanks him. He kind of soaks in the applause.
Mm-hmm. It's very long, but
it's well deserved. It's well deserved. Yeah. And he goes to his family at ringside and gives them all hugs and kisses. And it's just like, Christ. This was just a great match.
Yeah, this is the perfect WWE dramatic match of more drama, more storytelling, but you also had awesome ring work from both men.
Yeah, both these gave it their all here, and just like some people like kind of treat it like Sean carried Flair, but no, I think that Flair's clearly working his ass off here.
Yeah, Flair gave it his all, and I think anyone who says that just feels like, oh, he's old, or no, this guy did it.
Yes. And it's what I love about it is that it's the end of Flair's career, but it's also kind of like serves as the beginning of the end for Shawn's, because this kind of serves as like the prologue for the storyline that would lead with Jericho and later Taker, where Shawn kind of realizes his kind of how old he's getting.
Yeah, and he also realizes, what left do I have to do? He's done everything. He's won Royal Rumbles, he's won championships, he's won big matches, he's retired Ric Flair, so what else hasn't he done? Well, beat The Undertaker.
Yep.
At Mania.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's just overall great match, great story, just like, probably like, there's a lot of great matches on this card, but this was the match of the night for me.
Yes, very much so. This
was actually supposed to be the main event, but Flair turned it down because he felt like the championship match should always be main event.
Yeah, I think I would have been okay with it being the main event, but the main event match was...
The main event kicked ass. Yeah.
So it's kind of like one of those things where I would have been happy either way.
Precisely. Also, speaking of the main event, we get a really good backstage promo with Edge right after this.
Yeah, history to be made. There's no Stephanie McMahon, though, so how is history going to be made?
I know. That's...
Edge says something hilarious where Hulk Hogan lost and Edge lost his innocence that day. Holy shit, Edge. I am so sorry.
He lost his smile.
Do you want to talk about it more?
I know, he's just working out his childhood trauma through this. He talks about like how like he wants to traumatize little kids by defeating the Undertaker.
Oh, I read that as he also happened to lose his innocence that day. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ, Edge. Because, like, that's not... you shouldn't say that phrase about wrestling. You should say that phrase when something really, really bad happened to you in your childhood.
I know. Seriously.
Like, God, dude, what, did you see, like, someone get murdered in front of you?
Yeah.
Did you become a vampire that day? Is that why?
So melodramatic, but he makes it work. And it actually, like, when he talked about, like, wanting to, like, make kids upset by, defeating the Undertaker, it reminded me of, like, after, like, Brock Lesnar Brock Lesnar does just that several years later at Mania 30, and how, like, I guess a lot of little kids were crying in the arena, and, like, the security had to, like, tell them that match didn't count.
Oh, God. Someone should have told me that. I felt like that match didn't count. Like, I'm not to sound like a loser, but I was, like, so mad that I didn't watch wrestling for, like, that year because of Taker lost. Like, I was like, fuck this.
Aww.
It's real to me, damn it.
Yeah. That was the last time
Edge, it felt real. Edge talking shit about Hulk Hogan is really weird, though, because it's like, you tagged with him. Mm-hmm. You were his tag team partner. You won championship with him.
Yes. I guess no one remembers anything in wrestling.
Oh, yeah. If it happened 5 years ago, what? No, it didn't happen at all.
Yeah. I'm going to be real with you, Chief. I skip this next match.
Okay, cool, because I'll go... Alright. I guess that's apt, because I skipped the Mayweather match, so... I'll just read this. I'll just read my notes real quick about the Bunny Lumberjack match.
Thank you.
Remember when WWE had their female talent show titties in Playboy, Josh?
I do.
Yeah, they did at this. They were still doing that at this point.
Yeah, I think this is the last year they did like the bra and panty stuff.
Yeah, they did. This is the last year they did any Playboy.
No, gotta be PG now.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if. Even though I think people are, like, done with Playboy, in terms of, like, getting their titties out for Playboy, like, I feel like people can just do that on their Instagram for free.
Yeah, it's like, it's been irrelevant for years now.
But I wonder maybe if Playboy was still... Because I know girls actually are cool with doing it, or something like that, but who knows? Mm-hmm. Knowing all the things people know now about Hugh Hefner, maybe not.
Maybe. Oh.
Yeah, so Snoop Dogg is here. He's with his thoughts. He's on Thought Patrol.
Yep.
Team Bunnies is Ashley and Maria Kanellis, who looks exactly the same 10 years prior to how she looks now. She does not age. Team Heels are Beth Phoenix and Melina. Beth Phoenix, she's too good to be here.
Poor Beth.
Overall, this match is TV match with TV moves. You can tell that 3 of the 4 women can't really wrestle all that well. Mm-hmm. It's a Lumberjane match, so you see all these Lumberjanes in the ring. Heels on one side, faces on the other side, because why bother? Mm-hmm. Ashley, there's a moment where Ashley slaps Melina in the ass, very cheeky. Beth almost drops Melina on her fucking head during a tag team maneuver.
Oh my god. Wow.
So, like, Beth Phoenix has Melina on her shoulders, and she does the Doomsday device thing where she, as the person's getting a clothesline, you drop them off your shoulders. Mm-hmm. But she just does that as a tag team maneuver. Like, Melina's doing a moonsault from her shoulders, but she almost lands on her fucking head.
Ow.
Lights go out. So the lights, like, turn off, and then they turn off some floodlights to see the ring match. So they lost power. They lost backup power. We're down to moonlighting! King has had enough of Santino and punches Santino. Do you remember Santino, Josh?
I don't. Is that good?
No, yeah, you're fine. Don't worry.
Yeah, I mean, is it like was he like? I know he was like the kind of like the butt monkey type because like he has like the shortest amount of time that he was in a Rumble.
Yes, he was basically a comedy heel, and turned comedy face into absolute just annoying asshole. Yeah,
so he sucked.
Delayed fisherman suplex for a finish to no reaction. People didn't realize that was a finish. It's a piss break match, much like the women's match. I wish it was more like the women's match at Mania 19, which was an awesome match. Mm-hmm. Weird how they sort of regressed at this time point from having good women's wrestling to bad. Mm-hmm. I guess the faces get their heat back and remove the heels, and to celebrate Maria because it's a married man, Snoop Dogg. And that was the Lumberjanes match.
Yes.
I can't believe you missed this important match, Josh.
I was literally watching this at like 4 a.m. and it was just like, no, I can't do this.
They look, at least all the Lumberjanes look incredibly hot at ringside. Mickey James was not wearing a bra, and you could tell. It was awesome.
That's true. So
WWE Championship 3-way.
Yes, this is a triple threat match between John Cena, Triple H, and champion Randy Orton. We get another really good video package for this one.
Yeah, both challengers are guys who were injured for most of 2007.
Yep. This is actually, this is 23 is the only WrestleMania that Triple H has missed since he first joined the WWE.
Funny you mentioned that, Josh, because I also have another point. Out of all the 2000s, all the matches in the 2000s, 8 out of 10 Triple H was in a championship match.
Wow, I'm shocked. Just absolutely
2000,
shocked.
He was in the 4-way. X8, he was against Jericho. 19, he was racist against Booker T. 20, in the 3-way against Redacted and HBK. 21, against Batista. 22, against Cena. 24, in this 3-way. And 25, he faced Orton.
Yep.
I can't believe it. You know how people say Roman Reigns, he's oversaturated. He's been in the main event 4 times. Dude, yeah. Triple H has been in a world championship match 8 out of 10 Manias in 2000.
Seriously.
Don't give me that shit.
Yeah. People forgetting the Reign of Terror.
And also, Cena has also been at 8 world title matches at Mania 2. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, and 29.
Yes.
So, both men have been super oversaturated. Roman Reigns has barely scratched the surface.
Mm-hmm. We got plenty of time for him to join them. We
got plenty more Manias for him to main event.
Yes. Vince is going to take that as a challenge. He's going to top it.
Yeah. So,
oh god. But yeah, it's funny because Cena at one point mentions how his WrestleMania dreams were fading further and further away, and oh my, that's actually pretty relevant now with the current storyline.
Yeah, I mean,
Sad
dude,
Cena.
Come on. You were the main event at 20. You were the main event at 22 and 23. You asshole! Shut the fuck up.
but his road to WrestleMania. Are you good?
Yeah, at this time it was stupid, and now it's even more stupid.
It totally does.
I can't wait for at Mania. He's gonna have a promo where he just stands there and be like, "Come on, Taker, come out!" and then nothing happens.
I hope that. I hope it's just throughout Mania, he just wanders backstage screaming Undertaker until
Undertaker.
At the end, everyone's left the arena and Cena's just alone, just yelling Undertaker, sobbing into his jorts.
Yeah, he uses his jorts pockets to wipe his tears.
Yeah, he gets out an Undertaker mannequin that he just yells at.
Oh, it's the same Undertaker mannequin that they used during the Orton feud.
Exactly.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
So, yeah, elsewhere, we get Randy Orton. He's, the Viper. He talks about how, he's superior to Triple H and John Cena.
Oh, he's not the Viper yet. He's still technically in his Legend Killer gimmick.
They call him the Viper in this.
Did they?
They went back.
No.
They called him both. Or, maybe I just got confused because they keep calling him a snake.
Yeah, they were noticing he had snake-like tendencies. Oh, this guy's a scaly.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, quite the transformation for Randall Keith Orton to go from chicken shit heel to intense ultra heel,
Yeah, he made it work though.
He was vile in 2007, character-wise, not as a person, but he was just really laying it in on people.
Mm-hmm. And it's actually weird now when he's just this kind of robotic face, just knowing how much of an evil fuck he was a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he is he is weird when he's a face. It's no, this doesn't feel right.
Yeah, it's like Brock. He doesn't work as a face.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so we got our entrances. Cena's was pretty cool. He, instead of having his usual theme playing, he has a marching band playing for him.
This is his last cool entrance.
Yeah.
Yeah, 25, he had the Eminem entrance of, the real John Cena, please stand up.
Yeah.
Then the next one, he had a military gun twirling people twirl guns for him. Took up 18 minutes.
Oh my god.
No, not 18, but took up CM Punk versus Rey Mysterio time.
Yeah. 27 had like the church choir thing.
Oh God, really?
Yes.
Oh, I forgot about that shit. Oh, that sounds awful.
It does.
Oh, why is? Oh yeah, they did have a black soulful gospel. Oh, fuck that.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know.
why does Cena like want to be black so bad?
That's literally his entire character.
Mm-hmm. Oh man.
I actually had the dude I knew in high school who was very much a stereotypical white guy that wants to be a black rapper and acts like it, and he was a huge Cena fan.
I wonder why.
Yeah, I was actually disappointed that we didn't get marching band covers of the game though. That would have been fucking funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that after Cena comes out, Triple H comes out, time to play the game. He does his water ball thing. It's pretty standard.
Mm-hmm.
And then Randy Orton comes out, and while voices is a good theme, Burning My Light slaps too.
I don't know. I'm kind of sick of voices.
It's been.
I have voices in my head. It comes to me.
He's not even like that anymore, so that doesn't help.
Yeah, he's not crazy. You're just telling me, oh, he's schizophrenic. Okay.
That's ableist. But yeah. So they all come down. They have their stuff, and then they start.
Yep, start off a bit of a schmoz, and then Triple H gets like knocked down. So it's Cena and Orton.
Yes.
Cena looks weird, doesn't he?
He kind of does.
He has like, I guess because maybe he let his hair grow out a little bit, so he has a full brown head of hair.
Yeah, it's just like this square. It just looks like this square texture over his head.
Yeah,
like a video game character.
Yeah, it totally does.
Yeah.
And I think I'm so used to him now, him sort of balding and having that weird part in the middle he's got going on.
Yeah.
That little like swoosh he's got on his little mustache he's got on the top of his head.
Oh god, yes. This is Babby Cena when he had a full head of hair.
Yeah.
Yes.
Still looks the same though. He's still built the same, still jacked.
I know, yeah. Randy's a fucking baby here. His face is so soft.
Mm-hmm. Also, Cena doesn't tan. He looks normal, and Orton has a bit of a tan, but H is like gone full blown hot dog.
Yes. Oh my god.
He looked awful in this match. Just oh my god, yeah. He looked like he told Stephanie to put some rib rub on him.
Yes. Oh, we should note this match is no DQ.
Mm-hmm.
So just they can be as brutal as they want with each other.
Yeah, even though I don't think they even use any weapons.
No, they don't. But I mean, there's definitely some pretty gnarly looking spots here.
Looking moves, yeah.
Yeah. There's lots of brawling here. Like a Trip slams Cena's head onto ECW table.
Yeah.
Yep. So they start just straight up brawling on it. Actually, no. I think that was Orton. Actually, I'm sorry.
Yeah, a lot of punch kick in this match.
Yeah. I guess it's probably. I wonder if I'm assuming a lot of it was to accommodate Cena and Trips is coming out freshly injured, so just kind of being a little careful.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Let's see. Triple H has Cena on his shoulders, which is met with a crossbody. That's a nice spot.
He does.
Cena powers Orton into the AA position. He has him in the I don't know what you call that position where one guy has the other guy in a vertical or in a horizontal hold, and he puts him on his shoulders.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what it's called, but I know what you're talking about. And
in commentary, like goes, "Oh, the power of John Cena! He's so strong." Like we've been new.
Yeah.
Double second rope DDT to Triple H and Cena. That was pretty neat.
Yeah.
Orton teases an RKO, but Cena drops Orton onto Trips. Yes. So like as he's doing it, he just like has Orton do a senton onto Trips, but Orton sells that for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever noticed that, Josh? When okay, say it's a 3-way and one guy throws another guy on top of the other guy, right?
Yeah.
Both of them sell. However, in a tag team match, say one guy is smaller than the other guy, and the other guy is a power wrestler. So he does like say a power slam. He power slams his teammate onto the down opponent, and the teammate no sells it, and he's like, "Yep."
Oh,
it's weird.
It's weird, yeah.
It's a very weird wrestlingism that for some reason, if you do a move to your tag team partner, it doesn't hurt them, but if you do a move to an opponent, it hurts them. It's like friendly fire is turned off whenever
exactly.
you have a tag
That's
team
exactly
match.
what it is.
But I was just thinking about that. Like, how come that makes no sense?
Yeah, it doesn't. I guess it's just one of those weird wrestling tropes.
Orton is able to scurry away when Cena tries to do an STF, which I thought that was really impressive that Orton was able to scurry like that.
Yeah. Orton's definitely like they all do a good job here, but Orton's definitely like was in my opinion the MVP. He does a lot of really cool shit here.
Yeah, he felt like he was the I mean, not only is he the champion, but he had a really good presence about him.
There's also it was kind of nice. It was kind of weird hearing like them refer to like the attitude adjustment as the FU still. This is I think the very last time.
And the STFU as the STF, you know.
Yeah.
I think they dropped the whole STFU around. Or they'll have FU and STFU around 25 to the STF and attitude adjustment.
Yeah, because it's PG at this point. Yep.
I like the attitude adjustment though. That's a better name.
Yeah, like if it's seen as scared. I mean, the FU worked when he was like the angry, like kind of heel thugonomics dude, but yeah, attitude adjustment fits like the heroic good guy better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Makes him seem less edgy.
Exactly. Actually, speaking of that, it cracked me up when he was like he gets Orton in for attitude adjustment, and like the way he'll like Orton's just like perfectly still as he's lifting him up, so he just looks like a giant mannequin at that point. Yeah,
he's not even pulling on. He's not even twerking his head. He's not pulling on his head to twerk the neck. It's just he's just squeezing his ears with his biceps. Yeah. It looks so awful.
It does.
Why? It's like, for years, he did this, and I'm like, how? Mm-hmm. It's like, why did you never bother to get it improved? Why, no one ever approached you to put it in? Or how to sink it in? Jesus Christ, dude.
I know. No one wants to criticize John Cena. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Triple H does something neat where he puts Orton's hand onto the rope to get the rope break.
Oh yeah, that was really cool. Like, Cena has Orton in the submission hold, and like it looks like he's about to tap out, but then Triple H comes to help him. Yeah. And then immediately kicks the shit out of both of them. Yeah. Orton does a really good looking double DDT onto Cena and Trips at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. Crowd woos for what they think is a figure four, but it's an Indian deathlock because of
I totally thought it was a figure four until JR said that. Yeah.
Let's see. And I like the Indian deathlock. That's like it's one of the holds Triple H puts out when he feels like working a match and not floundering around like a fucking fish.
Yeah.
For majority of the match, then suddenly Spinebuster, pedigree, bow, 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 you, me, I'm the game.
Also, it's fucking funny in this match because at first Cena has Orton as submission hold, then Triple H goes, interferes, and then he has Orton in the Indian Deathlock, and then afterwards Cena comes back, beats off Triple H, and then puts Orton back in the same submission hold, and it's just like, it's just like, he's gotta be fucking sore.
Yeah, Orton's booked strong for being in these holds and being able to like not tap out. You know?
Exactly.
And Triple H breaks the hold literally. Like he grabs Cena's hands and like pulls it apart.
Yeah, it's great. It also sells Cena strong because he just like holds on with all his might until like that just Trips manages to finally get him off. Mm-hmm. It's very, and then you got like this 3-way submission and that looks really cool. Yeah. Like Cena has Orton in his grip, but Triple H has Cena in his grip. And then I'm sorry, I was saying, and then Triple H gets Cena in the crossface.
Yeah, which, oh man, I guess he felt like enough time had passed to use it, you know?
Yeah.
Because that is like 100% Chris Benoit's version of the crossface. It's not like, there's another version of the crossface where you got the guy's arm up in the air as you put it in. But, no,
the crowd didn't, like, react to it or anything, so I guess he was right.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Oh, I got a good look at Triple H's hands. His hands are normal skin color.
Yeah.
So it's like the spray tan is coming off slowly. I'm like,
no.
Jesus Christ, dude.
He's Basti.
It's like whenever you watch a match when some guy who's like got a super spray tan and you start noticing like the mat has these big brown splotches all over the ring.
Oh my god. I'm trying.
Let's see.
Cena breaks out the crossface hold. They do some more brawling here.
They do the boo yeah punches.
Yes.
Trips gets the yeah, and Cena gets the booed, and I'm like, I would have booed both.
Exactly. I think this was just like when the Cena hate was really growing at this point.
I know, but like cheering Triple H at this time, dude. There was a moment in 2007 where three heels were gonna beat up Triple H. And they had chairs, but they were too afraid to attack him.
Well, like that's lame.
I think I have written down. Oh no, I'll get to that later.
The crowd seems to like Triple H. I remember in the backstage segment when they were showing all three dudes, Triple H was the only one to get a pop.
Man,
so yeah.
Do they not remember the Reign of Terror?
Yep. Cena then he beats up Triple H and does the 5-knuckle shuffle tauntaun. Yep. More. There's also a cool part where Cena tries doing the attitude adjustment, but Triple H manages to like reverse it to try to do the pedigree, but then Cena goes and reverses that to clothesline him.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Trips denies Orton getting back in. He also hits Cena with a AA spine buster.
Yep. And then
quick question.
Yeah, what's up?
Who do you feel does the best spine buster?
Arn Anderson?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's no contest.
Damn.
Yes.
Because I am a fan of Batista's spine buster.
Yeah,
I do like The Rock's spine buster. I like Bobby Lashley's spine buster.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely Arn does it the best. I don't know if have you seen the Flair versus Undertaker match?
The WrestleMania one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of. I love that one because like Flair literally tags in Arn like he's a Marvel vs. Capcom character.
Match.
Yes. And he just goes in, does his spine buster on Taker and leaves. It's great.
He's like, I try to getting back up from that motherfucker. Like the way Arn's like sells it afterwards. I'm like, yeah, I fucking did it.
Mm-hmm.
I still got it.
Yeah.
Arn's great.
Yeah, I love that dude. So, sorry, you first.
Cena is denied an AA and gets pedigreed.
Yep.
And running punt to Trips, and Orton retains the title.
Oh, I know that. I love that. That was a great ending. It just solely made Orton look like an opportunist bastard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, surreal to have Cena be the one to be pinned, especially since he was Super Cena in 2007. But it's like, what, Triple H is going to get pinned at Triple H? Are you crazy?
No.
I remember on Twitter, and this is bringing me to something I wrote down. I know on Twitter you were talking about how Triple H, WWE told THQ, no matter what, in any promotional footage, do not show Triple H getting beaten up.
Mm-hmm.
They were talking about that on the Giant Bombcast.
Yes.
And Jeff Gertzman said, yeah, we knew about that, so we would totally show footage of Triple H getting beaten up whenever they reviewed the games.
Nice.
I laughed so hard when I heard that on the podcast last week.
The ultimate revenge.
This match was it was fine.
I really enjoyed it.
Triple H. I didn't like Triple H at the time. I still don't like Triple H. I thought he really injected himself in this match.
Yeah.
But yeah, this match was pretty fun. It was fun.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. All three dudes did good work. Made Orton just look like a monster heel. It's not the best match on the card, but I had a really good time watching it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You doing something?
I felt like, what if this was the Cena versus Orton match at Mania that they always wanted to have? Yeah. I wonder if they were to have this at Mania, they wouldn't have done it so much after.
Yeah, it's actually weird because like both times like Cena has like a Mania match with like a really prominent rival of his, but it's like a triple threat match, like, you know, here with Orton with Triple H being shoved in, and then next year at 25 where he fights Edge, but Big Show's shoved in.
Yeah, it's like, you could have had these two have singles matches.
It'd be
and
great.
It would have been fine.
Yeah.
And it would have been a nice way to, you know, make sure that shit never happens again.
Exactly.
All right, Josh, similar to how you didn't watch the Lumberjane match, you're going to run down the Show versus Mayweather match.
Yep.
Read it to me.
Your two favorite athletes of all time, Floyd Mayweather and The Big Show.
Well, I don't hate The Big Show to the same level as
I know. No, it's not. But yeah, I actually really enjoyed this match. Like, it's like far better than it had any right to be. So we get big dramatic video package just showing. I don't know if you watched that, where like they show like Big Show calling out Floyd. Floyd comes in and starts beating up Big Show. Like, he literally has like his entourage hold Big Show in down just so he can beat on him.
Yeah,
it's actually amazing because like they pretty much, I think Floyd's kind of supposed to be the face here, but he comes off as way more heelish.
Oh no, you're not wrong to think that, because during the build they switched it. Like, Show turned face because Mayweather was so unlikable, and like the crowd were not having any of it, and they realized, hey, this guy is like
a legit asshole,
natural heel.
Yeah,
both in real life and his personality, like how he presents. Even when it comes to like building boxing matches, the dude kind of takes on a heel persona.
Yeah. So it worked pretty well.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. They show like they do a cool thing where they kind of build it like a real fight, where they have like Show and Floyd like training in the gym. They have this like kind of hilarious bit where like Floyd like takes a Big Show action figure and just stomps on it. It's like in slow motion. It's dramatic too. Just this shitty looking Big Show action figure that he stomps on. Also we see like they interview Big Show at his home, and he just like has his reading glasses on. It just looks so weird. Mm-hmm. And then, but yeah, they kind of build it up. You know, Floyd, Big Show's big and strong. Floyd's fast. You know, David versus Goliath here.
Yeah.
And then we get the match, and Big Show comes out first, and you know, it's just it's the Big Show.
Well, oh no, it's the Big Show.
Yeah, this is the later theme,
mm-hmm.
the worst one. He comes out. Then Floyd comes out, and like he gets a big fucking elaborate entrance. Like, he comes out wearing what looks like this like cow skin robe, and he has this. They literally say it's like cow skin or something like that. It looks expensive as fuck. And he has his sunglasses on. He comes out with his entourage, and like literally like a confetti that looks like money rains from the sky.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really just play up the money theme here. So
well, JBL did that shit a few years earlier, so nice try, Floyd.
Exactly. He's rip off.
Bitch.
One cunt stealing from another cunt. But then he goes in the ring. They start the match. The story here is pretty much that Floyd's, he's an arrogant asshole. He doesn't take Show seriously at all. Show early on, Show keeps trying to grab Floyd, and Floyd just dodges him, and they compare Show to just a grizzly bear trying to catch a fish. Yeah, that's what he looks like. He's keeps on swiping him, and he's like, "Ah, no, get back here." And then, Floyd gets in a couple small hits. It's Punch Out here, where you kind of work your opponent down. And
King Hippo.
Yeah, exact. Show is King Hippo here. And then he just Show keeps trying to grab him, and eventually Show gets fed up because Floyd's just all cocky, and he just kind of casually goes back to his entourage to get a drink from this expensive as fuck looking chalice. And Show gets pissed off, grabs the chalice, and the dude throws on the ground and shatters it. Then he grabs one of his entourage members and just brutalizes the fuck out of him. And he starts screaming at Floyd "You gotta take this seriously, and immediately the cocky grin just gets wiped off his face.
Yeah.
And then suddenly Show manages to catch Mayweather, and he narrowly avoids getting his fist stomp. They really emphasize that Show wants to break his hands, and they're like,
oh, yeah.
If he does that, he fucks his career forever. So it's good. So let's see, getting through my notes here. He manages to lift up Mayweather in like a chokehold, and like Mayweather manages like to kind of like wrap himself around Show's head, and he's just kind of like frantically pounding on him. It's like it's like Shadow of the Colossus here. Mm-hmm. He then starts choking out Show, and Show's face gets super red until like he manages to finally toss Floyd down, and then he to quote JR, he stomps on the golden fist.
Oh yeah.
Yep. The entourage, it's good. The entourage just freaks the fuck out, and they start screaming at the ref like he can't do that. He's not loud. But as they announce, this is this match is no DQ. So Show can do whatever the fuck he wants. And then again, like there's more fighting. Mayweather's more sloppy at this point, and Show's just kind of big and invincible. And then finally he like steps on Floyd's fists again, with Floyd just really selling it, looking in agony, and JR's on commentary asking if the $20 million they got paid was worth it.
Oh man.
He then does an elbow drop on the Floyd, and finally the entourage has enough. They interfere. They like grab Floyd, cover him, and they start yelling that they didn't sign up for this, and start walking to the back. But Show's not happy, and he like literally starts running and like rhino charging through the entourage, just like tossing him around. Until being the shit out of him, and then dragging Floyd back into the ring. Mm-hmm. And then at this point, it looks like he's finally about to get the knock him out for good. But one of the members of Floyd's crew sneaks up and hits Show with a chair. It's Show no-sells it, kind of just glares at the dude, and then just like he does a choke slam on him. But while he's distracted, Floyd grabs the chair and he starts wailing on Show with it. Just hits him everywhere, and that's his weak point. Like Floyd, Show keeps trying to get up, but Floyd keeps dodging him and just hitting him with the chair over and over again. Then finally, as Show's just kind of on his knee and kind of like his final finish him stance. Mm-hmm. Floyd, this was a mainly kind of a cool looking spot. Like Floyd goes to the unconscious entourage member, grabs the chain on his arm, and he takes off his boxing glove and he wraps up and makes it into a brass knuckle. Improvised.
Oh, okay.
Make William Regal proud. And then he goes and gives a hard hook to Big Show and he wins. The ref counts to 10. Big Show tries getting up, but he falls, and Floyd's the winner.
Yay.
So yeah, that's it. It was I understand you not wanting to watch it, but I actually enjoyed it. It's probably as good as a match as they could, be able to get with a athletic non-wrestler. Both guys, did a good job. They really sold Show as like this near invincible monster here. And, it's not the greatest match on the card, but I didn't regret it.
I guess.
Floyd Mayweather is still a piece of shit, though.
Yeah, I guess it's just like, I don't know. If you see one, for a fact that whenever a celebrity isn't involved in the program, they're going to win.
Yeah.
Which, if I was a celebrity and I was going to be a part of a fucking wrestling show, I'd be like, no, I'm going to lose because I'm not a wrestler.
Yeah, it's kind of disrespectful, but they probably that's probably was one of probably in the contract when they signed him up. Mm-hmm. Because that's what WWE always does. They always put up, and they're always going to put over a celebrity over their own guys.
Yep.
So yeah. Floyd wins, and as they say in contract, he's now 40-0. So
yeah. He would go on to have totally legit, no fixing here, boxing matches with other people, and would get. Man, did you watch the McGregor-Mayweather fight?
I didn't.
Okay, well, I watched it, and...
What's the TLDR?
Well, convenient. Well, not only was McGregor, like, fucking up and doing MMA punches and strikes, like, to the back of the head and all that, but, Mayweather gets one good chain of hits on McGregor, and the ref calls it off. It was very convenient. It was, really fast. Mm-hmm. So then it's like... how convenient that he was able to call off the match like that. And then you learn that Vegas was betting for Mayweather to win. So it's like, oh, the house always wins. So no,
Yeah.
boxing is super fixed.
Yeah, I don't think it's a conspiracy to say that whole thing's a work and that Mayweather and McGregor probably just made a shitload of money together.
Yeah, they did. They made tons of money.
Yep.
Assholes.
So yeah, that was the match. Now we can get on to the main events.
Yep, our main event is The Undertaker, 15-0, and Edge, who's the World Heavyweight Champion.
It's great. I'm really fucking happy that Edge got to main event one WrestleMania.
I know.
Yes.
And Taker too.
Taker main event like several, but I get what you mean. Wait, was this his first main event?
Yeah.
It was? Holy shit! No, it wasn't. He main evented 13.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, and Psycho said, but
no
one remembers that match, so I understand.
Yeah, that was a year, I think.
Yeah.
That was what, 96?
97.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It also came out. It literally was the next match after the Stone Cold Bret Hart submission match. So that's why. There's a reason. But
yep. Oh, yeah.
Yep, and then we get a fucking awesome video package for this one.
Yeah. Ultra mega super heel Edge.
Oh, I know. Edge
has been trolling the utter fuck out of Taker throughout 2007.
He is just
cashing in on him, costing him the Hell in a Cell match, and using Hawkins and Ryder to win the title at Armageddon.
Yep. He's just at the height of being the worst here. And he's so good at it.
It's beyond dastardly. It's beyond like dastardly heel. He is like the biggest heel of all time. Mm-hmm. He's reaching Triple H levels in the Attitude Era.
Exactly. And just like he's also at this point kayfabe married to Vicky Guerrero.
Yes.
Yes.
And part of La Familia, which was like Hawkins, Ryder, Edge, Chavo, and Vicky.
Yes.
Right. Oh, and Chavo's bodyguard.
Ryder and Hawkins are Edge's large adult sons.
Yes. His twin babies, who look nothing alike. God, racist. Not all white people look the same. Right, Joe? I mean, Josh.
Well. Yeah. And we got our intros. Entrances, and actually for once Taker comes out first, which is unusual.
Yeah, he's a challenger.
Oh yeah, makes sense. It's just usually Taker gets some more dramatic entrance, so it's like comes out last. But yeah, he comes out. He's wearing like that kind of a Colt robe hooded look he had at the time. Mm-hmm. It looks cool as fuck, and his entrances are as elaborate as always. He comes out to a dirt. There's fire everywhere. Moon lighting. Oh, it looks really cool.
Yeah, Goth Grandpa comes out.
Exactly.
Very nice callback to Ministry instead of being like the Goth cowboy.
Yes.
Shame that they didn't do a boxing style announcing like, oh, the challenger in this corner and the champion in this corner.
Oh, that would have been cool. Yeah.
Yeah, but oh well.
Yep. Then
Edge comes out.
You think you know me? Dude, I fucking love this name. It's one of my all-time faves.
I remember when I didn't like Edge as a little mark, I would say, "On this gay, haha, owned."
Owned. Edge never recovered that one.
I think I even said, "I can clearly pee" instead of "I can clearly see." Just the most like, you're an idiot.
I'm sorry. What's my name? Yeah.
Yeah, you should have found me and shoved me over when being such a loser.
It's okay. I was too.
Edge comes. He gives his wife a smooch before going out.
It's great, and then he comes out. I remember I was reading up on stuff on Mania 24, and Edge just kind of he's shaking his arms throughout, and he just says it's just because of nerves. He's just so fucking intense and nervous as he's coming out. He has to go.
He is main eventing. Holy shit!
I know that's literally the boyhood dream. It's awesome. He just marches down. He does a dramatic lift of his arm and fireworks lay up. So cool. Yeah. So yeah, Edge is ready. He looks like a fucking champion here. He looks good with that belt.
Yeah, that's one of the he's Batista, Edge, and Triple H, and Undertaker are all the people who I always who always look right with the World Heavyweight Championship belt, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Just like, yep, I'm used to you having that, or it looks well around you. I miss this belt, by the way.
I know, it's a good looking belt.
It actually looks like a title belt and not some toy.
Yeah.
It's like, this looks like a respectable belt, but you're on the B show, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. That was like that was the WCW, right?
Yes. That's why it looks so good.
Exactly. It's the big gold. Mm-hmm. So, yep, Edge and Taker get like the super dramatic stare down that you always gotta do at Mania main events. And then we start.
Yeah, Taker does their redacted throat slit taunt thing.
Oh, yeah, that. Mm-hmm. Well, I guess he technically was doing it first.
I know, I'm joking.
That too. Yeah.
Yep, we start off with some brawling corner strikes from Taker.
Mm-hmm.
Edge stops a splash with the boot, but Taker does the leaping lariat.
Taker's like, it's kind of weird seeing like after like the last years where Taker's just kind of largely immobile and shit, that like he's still pretty athletic here.
Yeah, like he has a nice hip attack.
Mm-hmm.
He must be a fan of Keijo, and he does the hip attack and he falls out.
Mm-hmm.
That might have been a botch.
Yeah, I think it's pretty much when he had like, you know, he was thoroughly mixing the MMA influence into his fighting style at this point. Shows. Mm-hmm. Edge does like the heel shit where like Taker keeps kicking his ass and Edge kind of like runs around the ring to try to avoid him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Edge denies Taker getting back in with baseball slide, then a twisting neck breaker on the top rope.
Yep.
Like he bounces off the top rope.
That looked gnarly. Yes. Jinx.
Corner spear. Edge crossbodies a power slam attempt. Like Taker gets him up for power slam and Edge crossbodies.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of counters in this match.
Yeah.
From Edge. This was like one of the few times where you believe that this dude can actually win the
beat the streak.
Beat the streak.
Yes. Mm-hmm. It's like it's tense as fuck. It's well done.
Mm-hmm. Very tense, and it's very believable.
Mm-hmm. There's like in there like Taker keeps like teasing the choke slam, like he gets Edge cornered, he grabs his neck, but Edge keeps managing to fight him off. Yeah.
Edge is on the top rope, and Taker just pushes him off, and he takes a nasty bump to the outside.
Oh, yep.
And then you see Taker does his awesome leap over the dive he does over the top rope.
That looked awesome.
Always crazy.
Mm-hmm.
6'10" and 300 pounds, he's able to do that shit.
I know, that's fucking incredible to me.
Edge denies a last ride and hits a big boot.
Yep.
Undertaker falls over the barricade after a nasty back suplex.
Yeah.
Nice single Boston Crab that Edge does with the left leg in his left arm. So it's kind of like crossing over a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a bit of more of a torque to it. Looks great.
It does.
Taker is able to roll into a pin, but is denied. So Edge does this weird 2-leg hold and gives up the advantage because I guess it wasn't like cinched in all the way.
Mm-hmm.
Ham bones are traded. Corner splash into snake eyes, but Edge counters for a 2.
Yep.
Countered a choke slam with a kick to the gut.
Mm-hmm.
Then it gets caught again and counters that into an execution. That was awesome.
That was fucking sick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Taker finally hits a choke slam, but gets a 2. Crowd pops.
Yep.
Superflex. Corner punches into the last ride, but wait, net breaker. Like Edge gets out and hits a net breaker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Edge has Taker's number throughout this entire match.
Oh, I know. Great. I know. I really like it because it's like it would have been easy to make this kind of like a squash where like just Taker puts the fear of God into like the chicken suit heel, but no, Edge is like legit. He looks.
He's got Taker.
Mm-hmm.
Taker hits a wonderful last ride on Edge.
Oh, that was awesome looking.
Gets a 2.
I have a note here. There's like several brawling segments here, but they look like both Taker and Edge have super long hair at this point, and so it makes all like the selling of their punches look awesome. With the way their hair flies everywhere.
It's also like sort of like this weird. Edge is blonde, but he's evil, and Taker has black hair, but he's good. So it's like reverse light versus dark.
Exactly. It's like a JRPG.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, Taker finally hits an old school.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God.
Yes.
Taker misses Edge with a big boot, but nails Jimmy Cordeas. So Jimmy is out. What's he gonna do?
Oh no!
Edge taunts Taker, and Taker does the classic choke spot rise as he gets up. When they're like standing on top of him, and he grabs him.
Yeah. At this point, Edge keeps trying to pin Taker, but he kicks out, and like his facial expressions in this match are great because you can just see like the growing frustration. Like he legitimately looks like he's getting like crazier with rage as like just Taker keeps refusing to stay down.
Edge has a really big mouth and really big eyes, so he's able to be really expressive. Edge dick kicks Taker at one point to get massive boos. And then Edge clocks Taker with a camera as a Survivor Series 2007 callback.
Ooh.
Taker counters a tombstone with a tombstone.
Oh shit! That was such a hype spot.
And Little Nate bolts to the ring. Here he comes. I love the spot. It's so silly. He's like running as fast as he possibly can to get to him. And but gets the two. Crowd loses their mind. Hawkins and Ryder come to troll, but get chokeslam onto each other. Like Undertaker chokeslams one of them into the other.
God, it's amazing. I love that. Technically, Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins got to main event WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Yep.
Woo woo woo, you know it, and that's the facts. Edge hits a spear but gets a 2.
Yep.
Crowd erupts. They are absolutely mental.
Oh, I know. It's just like it's so fucking sad. It's like the same thing like a couple years there with the Triple H Undertaker match, where it's just like everyone in the crowd just genuinely believes that this could be it. So they're just they're on the. I forget. I swear to God, they didn't mean this as a pun, but they're on the edge of their seats. Yeah.
Yeah, this is better though than the Triple H versus Taker match.
I gotta agree.
So then, so now it's like Taker gets Edge into the Gogoplata Hell's Gates, and it's like, oh, is Edge gonna tap out? Is Edge gonna tap out? And he taps.
Yep. Taker wins.
Taker wins. Taker wins.
It's awesome.
What? Yeah, this match was awesome. This shit ramped up. It just like. It built and built and built and got the crowd so hot for it. Oh, man.
I know. It was just like, it was the absolute perfect main event. And the crazy thing about this is not the end of the feud. It's like, it's honestly like the beginning. Like they feud until SummerSlam.
Yeah. It was on and off again. Like, I remember afterwards, what they would do was like Taker would fight difficult opponents, and Edge would be doing rest and relaxation. So he was at the spa getting massage while Taker was getting beat up by Festus.
Oh my God! and then it ends with Taker literally sending Edge to hell. Until he comes back
with the beard.
Yes,
I remember that.
That was his punishment in hell.
Grow a beard. No!
Yeah, that was the outstanding main event. Both dudes did a great job. Just loved it. And on that note, loved the show. It was, for most part, like, really entertaining Mania, top to bottom.
Yes. Very, as I said earlier, very satisfying Mania. I was happy with all the finishes.
Yeah. Only low points is Batista, Umaga, and the whole Chavo, Kane, ECW fuckery.
Yeah.
But those are short.
Those are short.
Yes. So they didn't last long enough to be offended by.
Yes.
But anyway, it's like but everything else was great. You got a fun opening match with JBL and Finley. You got that, awesome Money in the Bank match with like everyone showing off their athleticism. You got the emotions with HBK and Flair. You got the kind of spectacle with Big Show and Mayweather. You got nice triple threat with Cena, Orton, and Triple H, and then you got the main event, which managed to feel like a main event. It felt big. It felt huge with Undertaker and Edge.
This was like everyone at their peak. This was good. This was great. I loved it. This was also to note, this is probably like the end of the Ruthless Aggression era, as this is like a goodbye to that era.
Yeah.
And an introduction to the PG era, which...
Yeah, it's not like the last time they really do like any edgy content.
It's like the product is toned down in terms of like how lewd it gets or how violent it gets. Mm-hmm. And 2008 was more like a goodbye transition year.
Yeah, they officially turned PG on in SummerSlam.
Yep. Yeah, SummerSlam. It's definitely one of
I just remember that because Edge got the notification that they were going to PG, and he got really upset because he wanted to get super bloody for his cage match with Undertaker, but Vince wouldn't allow it.
Yeah, shame. Even Flair didn't get bloody during his match, which that's his forte.
He got a little bloody.
No, he didn't do his usual
blade job,
gushing blood.
No, I know, yeah.
Dude gushes blood when talking about a book. Yeah. Overall, this show was fantastic. Please see it.
Yep. It gets my recommendation.
Mm-hmm. On that note, it's time to talk about this year's WrestleMania. Let's preview the card, Josh.
Yeah, let's. I could probably just say it off the top of my head here. We get.
I have it in front of me, but go ahead.
Okay, we get to they confirmed for the pre-show both battle royales, the Andrew the Giant battle royale for the men and the formerly redacted, now just plain women's battle royale.
Snickers women's battle royale.
The Snickers. Plus, and also on the pre-show card is Mustafa Ali versus Cedric Alexander for the Cruiserweight Championship.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait to see that. That's gonna. Hopefully, that gets enough time, and they have good booking for that match.
As someone that hasn't really paid attention to a lot of the 205 Live stuff, I've actually really Mustafa Ali have been posting promos on YouTube, and these promos are really fucking good. Have made me invested more in this match.
Yeah, not only has their promos been good, but their matches have been awesome. I've been seeing some of their matches, and it's really good shit.
Mm-hmm.
2016 Cruiserweight Classic levels of good stuff,
Yeah. So aside from that, on the main show, we got Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax for the Raw Women's Championship.
Nia Jax is gonna kill her.
Yeah, that's if that match is just not 5 minutes of Jax playing the Fear of God into Alexa, it's what's the point? What are you doing?
I bet you Alexa does try running away at some point, but then Nia Jax gets her, and then she tosses her like a pizza or something.
Exactly. Yes.
To the air.
We got the triple threat match for SmackDown Tag Team Championships between the New Day, the Usos, and the Bludgeon Brothers.
I can't wait for that.
I know, I'm hyped. I'm so fucking happy the Usos are finally getting spots on the main Mania card.
Yeah, I can't wait to see all three teams go at it, and I can't wait to see what crazy shit the Bludgeon Brothers are going to do in terms of violence.
Yeah, it's great because it's you kind of have the story where it's the New Day and Usos are these formerly bitter rivals that have kind of grown to respect each other, and then you got the Bludgeons who are just these crazy, scary big dudes that are fucking them up. So you got this good dynamic.
Yeah, chaos agent.
Exactly. Next we got the Fatal 4-Way between Randy Orton, Bobby Roode, Jinder Mahal, and Rusev for the United States Championship.
Dude, the Rusev Day chants are going to be so fucking loud.
They're gonna fucking be drowning.
You're not going to be able to hear commentary. I hope they do it for the entirety of the match.
So. I'm really hoping Rusev gets a win here. I'm hoping they do like they did with Zack Ryder in 32, where they kind of just give the internet favorite a nice big win at Mania.
Yeah, and they have Aiden English saying, "Here is your new U.S. champion."
Oh my god, yes! I want that so bad.
Oh, I can't wait.
Me too.
I'm looking forward to that match even more when they put Rusev as a draw, dude.
Yes, that match went from I sleep to fuck yeah as soon as Rusev got added. Next up, we got Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Oh boy, yes,
that's gonna be fun to watch.
Oh, I can't wait for Owens and Nate. Oh man.
Yeah, the pops for Bryan are just gonna be fucking deafening.
Yeah, oh man, when Daniel Bryan, this is gonna be good. Mm-hmm. Oh man.
We got for the SmackDown Women's Championship, Charlotte Flair versus Asuka.
Yep. Asuka. Oh, I can't wait for Asuka to come out dressed as Dio.
Oh, me too. Next up,
Kono Asuka da.
That's gonna I want that.
Goodbye, Charlotte.
Next up, we got the triple threat match for the Intercontinental title between The Miz, Seth Rollins, and Finn Balor.
These three work well together. I cannot wait.
Yeah, that's gonna be a fun match. Do you think Finn's gonna come out as a demon for it, or do you think it's not?
I hope. Oh, dude. Yes, he has to.
Yeah, it's Mania.
He's gonna be like on the preview show, like, oh, fucking hell, lads. I'm gonna need to pull out the fucking Irish, the demon. Oh, I'll be right back. I gotta get some makeup on me.
Oh, good. Next up, we got the mixed tag team match between Triple H and Stephanie McMahon versus Ronda Rousey and Kurt Angle.
This is going to be so awful. I can't wait.
Oh, yeah, that's fun. This is pretty much the equivalent of the Mayweather match. This is the celebrity one to get people buying.
No, she's not a celebrity. She's a full-time roster member who has equal. She travels with everyone. She doesn't get special treatment. Believe me, please. Why don't you believe me? She's gonna be on every single Raw except when she's not.
I'm sorry for doubting you. I am hoping after this they kind of just finally let her have some matches with the other woman, because I think she'll be awesome in that. Hopefully.
I hope she fucking tears out. I hope she tears off Stephanie's head.
Yes, same.
Something to make sure we never see Stephanie again, because I'm done.
Yeah.
I can't take it anymore.
Yeah, write her off here. This is like the perfect opportunity. After that, we got Shinsuke Nakamura versus AJ Styles for the WWE Championship. That's gonna be fun, hype as fuck.
I can't wait, dude. I can't wait. I'm gonna go, and both of us need to watch the New Japan match before this.
Yeah, it's a pro lot. That I actually haven't watched that, so I gotta do that.
We need to go back and watch that so we can get a good sense of continuity.
Exactly.
In case they do anything in that match that might fly over our heads.
Yes. And then, unless I guess I will put in air quotes for now, but we probably will get John Cena versus The Undertaker.
Oh man,
yeah.
This better have a good fucking payoff. If not, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, just Taker just rides his motorcycle and just beats the shit out of Cena in the audience.
Mm-hmm.
The Bar versus Braun Strowman and a mystery partner for the Raw Tag Team Championship.
Okay, who do you think is going to be?
CM Punk.
Just throw a guess. CM Punk? Holy shit.
Because I'm just thinking that because it's like everyone online is because they haven't revealed who the mystery partner is yet. It's like their expectations are going to be so high that I don't think anyone sure of CM Punk rappelling down a helicopter then dramatically is going to get live up to their expectations. But if you want a real answer, I think Big Show.
Yeah.
I think Big Show would be a cool choice. It makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Big Show or I've seen Neville.
Yeah, Neville.
He's kind of like a mini Braun Strowman.
Yeah, Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe would be really, really cool.
Dean Ambrose,
reborn, like a reborn Bray Wyatt would be also pretty neat.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be some kind of returning dude here.
I hope so. I hope it's not Braun Strowman. As funny as that segment was on Monday, Braun Strowman was kind of lame.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
I don't know if you remember that, but
Kurt Hawkins.
I don't know if you saw the. Did you see that segment?
Yeah, the one with Kurt Hawkins where he's like, "Pick me, Braun," and Braun just
throws him into a wall.
That was good.
Or like the actual segment itself, it's like, I have my tag team partner, and he goes backstage and he puts on up a button-up T-shirt and glasses. It's like, I'm my twin brother Braun's brains. And Corey Graves is like, I can't believe this. This guy is a dead ringer for Braun. Holy crap! Look at the size of this guy.
Oh my god.
And then Braun takes off his glasses and shirt, and it's like, Braun, where'd he come from? Corey absolutely sells it. It makes it even more funnier.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I hope it's someone cool.
Me too. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it will be. They wouldn't not reveal it till Mania if it wasn't gonna be someone that's hype.
Mm-hmm.
Then of course I kind of already jumped the gun here, but our soon main event: Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship. I hope legit hope after this that Brock just goes away for a long time. Just take a break from him.
Yeah,
let him do his thing in UFC.
I think Roman needs to win this match.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, I'm not excited, but I'm kind of just like, let's, just get it over with, do the big Roman coronation that you always wanted to do, and we can finally fucking move on from this.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind Roman as world champion, because it's like, well, we literally had nothing as a world champion. Yeah. So this is something.
Yeah, Brock's only defended the belt like 5 times last year.
Yeah, it's like, it sucks when he's not there, and he also came off as his unattainable thing. So like, why bother caring for his? Why, like, nothing was built up. Like, there was no build to any of his matches, and like, it was awkward to have pay-per-views, have no championship match, because Brock Lesnar's not gonna show up for this shit.
Exactly.
It was lame. I didn't like it. And,
I get the appeal of maybe having like just kind of having the belt feel more special by only like having it showed occasionally, but it just kind of just made me not care about it. Like, it just kind of like
made me forget about it.
Exactly.
They turned the Intercontinental into the World Championship because of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I guess that's good for the Intercontinental Championship, but like, dude, come on.
Yeah.
This is your World Championship.
Yeah, give him some respect.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's gonna be a good match, though. I'm sure Brock will, put on his working boots for it, and Roman's always good.
I hope so, and I'm worried that the crowd will shit on this match, which they will.
They're 100% going to, but I get, like I said, I'm just kind of like, let's get this over with. Put the belt on Roman so we can all move on with our lives. Yeah.
Yes.
So, but yeah, that aside, I'm really looking forward to this Mania. It's all-star card right here. A lot of really good match lineups. Good variety. I mean, I'm kind of, there's part of me enjoying it because it's gonna be 7 hours long, but I'm looking forward to it for the most part.
I can't wait for the 10-hour show. 10 hours of wrestling.
10. Yeah.
We have a 7-hour show, but we don't have time for your singles match, Dolph Ziggler. I think that's a polite way of saying no one's gonna see your fucking match, you loser.
Exactly. Yeah, that dude's in the Battle Royale this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't wait for Mania, and I'm announcing we are going to be watching it live and recording it live, and we may even live stream it, so I don't have to edit anything.
Yeah, it'll be raw, uncensored commentary.
Girthy. Tons of racism.
Yes.
Uncut. Tons of racism. Tons of giving out about soy boys. Tons of
We're gonna have to put several content warnings on this thing.
Yes. Many trigger warnings.
Yes.
We're just gonna make fun of races that we are even a part of.
Oh my god.
So yeah, I've been Megos.
I'm Josh, and thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening. Goodbye.
Go to bed.